Well, I mean, St. Patrick's Day is kind of a big parade. That's not really, it's not, it is also, it does feel like the beginning of, once it gets warm. Because I get the frustration. If you live in the city, they have parades, once it gets warm in the summer, like 2 parades a weekend, every single weekend. And you don't even know what they're marching for anymore. Nobody does. All you know is that these streets are closed. You can't get anywhere. But it's so great living in New York City. But the St. Patrick's Day parade's kind of a big parade, right? That's like a pretty major holiday. But it's just, there is something still, and maybe it's because of Cloverfield, but there's something so apocalyptic, because when they close the streets to cars, you go, oh, I can walk in the street. This is exciting. When do I ever get a chance? I don't have to walk on the sidewalk. I'm going to walk in the street. And then you start walking in the street, and you very quickly decide to move to the sidewalk because it feels so apocalyptic when you're walking in the middle of the road, and it's every disaster movie that you've ever seen. As you're just looking ahead going, I shouldn't have this viewpoint. Maybe I'll go back to the sidewalks. Because you're like, this is what it would look like when we were all whether it's from a Cloverfield, whether it's from a zombie invasion, whether it's any of the things.
Well, yeah, it doesn't feel natural.
That could get us. It doesn't feel natural, and also like you shouldn't have that. You're supposed to be off to the side. You shouldn't have that center viewpoint of everything going on, especially in Midtown. It's frightening. So, needless to say, I spent maybe 20 seconds in the middle of the road enjoying the new perspective before I immediately ran to a sidewalk and said, no. It's not the apocalypse yet. We're close, but it's not the apocalypse yet.
Man, you fall right in line.
I do. Well, I don't want the apocalypse. If it's one or the other, if it's either stay in line or you get the apocalypse, I don't want the apocalypse.
I get it.
That's the end. I don't want all that. But, so yeah, I St. Patrick's Day parade is not one that I roll my eyes at, because it's a pretty big, it's a fairly well-known national holiday. All the children wear green to school, it's the whole thing. The Irish have a good time. They were already on the radio this morning saying, we're adding more trains, but we're not allowing drinking on the trains. Don't drink on the trains. It's like 6 o'clock in the morning. The radio's like, do not drink on the trains. And I can just picture people going, yeah, okay. Oh, sure, okay, yeah, I won't. Oh, no, I won't. No, of course. Only in the appropriate areas. I won't drink outside either. I promise.
I'm glad it's going to be shitty weather today.
Why?
As I get older.
First of all, it comes across, both of you, Troy, you too.
Why?
It comes across as very, because you were like,
you were complaining that there was a marathon.
I said there's a St. Patrick's Day parade, and you went, oh, marathon yesterday, St. Patrick's Day today. The idea that, I think it's very lame. For you
Parades?
to be so anti-parade.
I'm not anti.
And also anti-Irish. You're both coming across.
That's far from.
Well, that's fine.
You're both coming across. See, Mike owns it. Mike doesn't mind it at all.
Now we're talking.
Right. This isn't Columbus Day after all. This is St. Patrick's
It's not an important day like Columbus, or tomorrow, St. Joseph's Day.
Is that what it is, that you get upset because Columbus Day does not get the same level of attention that St. Patrick's Day
Well, because
does?
the libs hate Italians, so they canceled it for Indigenous Peoples Day or whatever the hell they do.
I forgot about that. Well, yeah, because of the, what was it, the colonialism?
Mm-hmm.
No, because we found America?
Oh, yeah.
You think it's the patriarchy?
I think it's the colonialism and the patriarchy and whatnot. And, St. Patrick never did that. St. Patrick wasn't throwing smallpox blankets at the natives. That was all Columbus.
Giving.
I'm sorry. They were very cold.
It's a gift.
He might not have known. It's not like they all knew that they had smallpox. It was just like, okay, we'll share with you. He didn't realize their society was not ready for that.
He was an explorer, not an immunologist.
No, you're right. You're right. And he wasn't even a great explorer. He didn't know where he was. He wasn't trying to find America. He just found some land. He was like, we're here.
Well, maps back then were a tad rudimentary.
I see. You're back to defending Columbus. That's the great explorer.
Hey,
Plus, he had all 3 of those ships. Don't forget about that.
In this studio, Christopher Columbus is a hero.
Yeah, Mike, it's 2025, okay? Out there. In this studio, it's 1950. He did. The 3 ships. It's one thing to just okay, I got the Nina. That should be it. But to also have the Pinta and the Santa Maria,
He commanded a fleet.
when technology was what it was, it's crazy.
And if those ships hadn't come sailing in, what would Nat King Cole sing about at Christmas?
Your guess is as good as mine.
Yeah.
Sam, I hate to say it,
Yeah.
Mike's bringing up some great points.
Well, he's done his research, which is obvious because he figured St. Patrick's Day is as good a time as any to bring up the merits of Columbus Day.
No bad time to defend your
every
position.
day. Yeah.
Let's not forget what we don't celebrate enough. Troy, you're not going to go and celebrate St. Patrick's Day? Oh. You're not going to go on a bar crawl?
No.
Oh.
No.
Oh.
I'm dealing with other shit.
What are you dealing with?
I'm just dealing with a fiance in the hospital.
What's she in the hospital for?
She had surgery on her spine.
Oh, I saw that picture. I got a little scoliosis. I don't want to get surgery. Does she have bad? You said on Instagram that she had to go get spine surgery to correct scoliosis. I mean, that sounds.
Her spine looks like an S. And it just keeps getting worse. And she says the doctor says the older she gets, the worse it's going to be. So she has to do it.
Oh, so she doesn't want to be like an old lady with the like hunch.
Right.
Yeah, like kind of curled over all the time.
So they straightened it out. But I mean, just the healthcare system is so fucked in this country.
It is.
Just the hospital,
Not enough Jell-O?
not enough Jell-O.
They didn't run out of Jello, did they?
No, they have Jell-O.
Okay, good. All right.
But just people, look, the nurses there, they're probably understaffed, overworked.
Is it a Manhattan hospital?
Yeah.
Ugh.
But they just do not give a shit about her. That she's hitting the button. They're not coming for an hour and a half.
An hour and a half.
Hour and a half.
I mean, why even have the button at that point? I feel like if you just wait for them to go through their cycles, they should be quicker than an hour and a half.
They hide.
Oh, that's great. Just like anyone else at work, right? When I was working at Sam Goody, people would be like, I need help in the video game department. I'd be under the cash register.
Yeah.
You'd never find me, although...
It's like when I was at Burger King in the freezer.
Right. Oh, yeah, let me...
I did that too. At Wendy's.
Let me go check if we have that 45 minutes later.
Let me just eat these chicken nuggets real quick in the freezer.
Yeah, the frozen nuggets. Because they're still cooked. But I don't think Wendy's, Burger King, or Sam Goody was at quite as serious as the hospital where you're there for major spine surgery.
Major. She's having... she's losing blood, so she had to have a transfusion.
Oh, my God.
It's a mess. It's a really... And then...
How long has she been in the hospital?
She went in, she had surgery on Thursday morning. She's still there. They're saying she should stay longer, but we're a little confused if we're not sure that the insurance is going to cover it. So,
oh yeah, I mean that's one that you got to check out. You should stay longer. Cool. Who's going to pay for that?
Yeah. So it's like if she's hemorrhaging and I have to bring her home to our tiny little apartment.
She's still hemorrhaging?
They're keeping an eye on it. She has real low blood pressure, and it's just
that feels like the exact thing you would need insurance for.
But if they're saying, "Hey, we're stopping here," we said we're given to this day, and we're done after this.
And you're just like sitting there going, like, "What about the hemorrhaging?"
Well, I'm just like, what am I supposed to do if she's hemorrhaging?
Yeah,
at the apartment, like what? She's bleeding all over the.
You should be in a hospital.
Yeah, so it's just it's
bring
a
her
mess.
back.
Yeah, so I'm like, do I bring it back up? Like, what do I do? Like,
yeah, you know what? You bring her to the emergency room, and then they check that box in a different way.
Yeah,
you bring it, except then you sit in the emergency room, waiting room.
Yeah,
for 6 hours.
6 hours? No, she went the one time. I was there for 12 hours before they even saw her
in the waiting room.
In the waiting room.
Oh,
I mean, just the healthcare system, especially in a city like this. And I've talked to people that are like. My father was just in the hospital in Colorado. He said the hospital experience was better there.
I'm sure. And I'm sure that's why I was asking about the city, just because it's so... Well, that's what happens, right?
But New York has some of the best hospitals.
But they're overpopulated. So, like, if you can get in there, they have the best doctors, they have the best specialists and everything.
She went to one of the best top 10 spine doctors in the world to do this. But everything underneath him inside this hospital they're garbage. And again, like, I feel bad for them because they're probably overworked and underappreciated, underpaid, I'm sure. But they're walking around with a very big chip on their shoulder and they're angry.
Well, yeah, I mean, they're overworked and I understand that, but they're also not hemorrhaging.
Right. But you're just one person hemorrhaging on a row of 50 other people hemorrhaging.
It must be so weird being one of those employees because you just get so used to all that stuff, right? Like the idea of, to them, it goes back to what we were saying. Like, they deal with people complaining about what to you is a life-changing medical thing. But because they hear about it every single day, it takes on the importance of, a bellhop at a hotel.
Right.
Hearing you complain about your bag. Like, oh, shut up.
You feel like you have to lose some humanity?
Yeah, I think so. I think absolutely. When you're sitting there going, like, I'm worried about this person who I love that's going through this. I can't help her. I'm helpless. You're the only person that can help her. Can you help me? And they hear like, okay, you didn't ask for mayo on your burger. Whatever. I'll go lick it off the bun. And it's like, there's a disconnect.
Complete disconnect.
Because they hear it every day.
And some of these, again, she's had a couple nurses that were so sweet and helpful. She's had a couple that were just downright mean. Like they ask her, they go, what's your pain level from 1 to 10, 10 being the worst? And she's like, 10. She's like, you just fused my spine. Like, I'm hemorrhaging blood. My spine just got cracked. I'm in a lot of pain. And then they'll give her like Advil. And they're like, she's like, I need the good stuff.
Yeah.
And then she caught this one woman last night. It was just being such a cunt.
Whoa.
And she caught, my fiance caught her lying in the chart. They left the computer open. And she said that patient said pain is at a 0.
What?
Blah, blah, blah.
You're missing a 1, lady.
No. And Clarice took a picture of it.
Oh, my God.
And
when you can't trust your nurses?
They're lying in the charts.
They're going to mark her down as difficult in her chart.
Well, last night, it took her an hour and a half to get the pill. So she walked out to the front desk.
With a a freshly fused spine?
And they're like, what are you doing?
Back looks like Demi Moore in The Substance.
Yeah, exactly.
She can't walk.
She's got that big scar and everything.
She comes out like a zombie.
Margaret Qualley is just kind of creeping out of her back.
And they're like, what are you doing? She's like, you're not answering the call.
Yeah, what do you mean?
You're
what
not
am I
coming
doing?
what
are you doing?
I've been paging you for an hour and a half.
A face starts poking out of one of her ass cheeks, like
trying to host New Year's.
Yeah, she just wants to stay on the billboard. That's all. That's all. If we could just get to New Year, everything will be fine. It's the biggest show of the year.
Dennis Quaid.
He said it's mine. He gave me those big fake tooth smile. He said it was all me. He introduced me to the other executives and everything. Eating the shrimp all messy, leaving the scraps on the table. Just get me to New Year's. Wow.
Poor choice.
Yeah, and it really is nuts because when you're at the hospital and you have one of those nurses that's actually good, like a nurse that treats you well, I mean, not only is it the best, like you're so grateful, you'll give your life. You know what I mean? Like you're like, what can I, like you being here, what can I give you? How can I make this up to you?
And she's had a couple where they seem like they actually care.
And then I'm sure she's
they're
like
few and far between.
Right.
The one she had last night is I couldn't. She sent me a picture of her chart, and she's like, they're lying. Like I would never say after
0.
My pain is at a 0.
Patient says 0, good to go.
Good to go.
She's ready to go home.
She's going to take off. And then the insurance company is going to go, well, you said you weren't in any pain.
Yeah.
She's going to be like, I specifically did not say that. I said a lot of pain.
Well, it's right here.
It says 0. It says 0, dog.
I mean, she's just lucky that they left the computer open. She got a picture of it.
And really smart that she got a picture of it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's terrible.
So have you been staying there?
I've been there as much as I can.
But you're not, like, sleeping there?
No, they if there was a real emergency, they let you stay, but they kind of encourage you to leave. Like, there's
there's no need for you to.
Right. And it's just, I'm sitting in a chair.
Right.
So.
Yeah.
It's not like, it's not the most comfortable. And you're in the way because the room is so small. So when they come in to do her.
Does she have her own room?
She does, but she's having to share it with somebody.
So she does not have her own room.
Okay.
Well, there was somebody there. They left. Sam. She had a day without it, and then there was somebody back in. So.
Yes, she does. But she's sharing.
Yeah. She's got her own room. There's another person in it.
Well, she's not like in a communal room.
No.
Well, there's another, like there are singles and there are doubles,
She's
right. It'd be like, if you get a hotel and you're like, oh, did you just have the one bed? Yeah, we just had the one bed. There was another one next to it. Okay, so 2 then.
Well, like in the old World War II movies, there's like a communal room of just everybody in a room. No,
I wasn't picturing like a prison dormitory. I I was just wondering because like there are hospitals where you go in, there's just one person in the room.
Yeah,
pay extra.
Oh yeah,
just paying out the ass.
Not anymore. Getting kicked out.
Dude, I can't believe it. I just can't believe like.
But you're right because some of those
insane.
Some of those great doctors, like top 10 doctors in the world, they go like, yeah, but this is the hospital that I work at. And you're like, well, could you please? There's a really good hospital that after you're done with the surgery, we could take her to. Like, can you just go to Greenwich? And he's like, I don't know.
This is the one I work at.
I like this one.
Yeah.
So now you got to bring her home, assuming that this stays the way it's going to stay.
Right.
You got to bring her home, and now you're in charge of like figuring out when do I bring her back if something goes wrong.
And I mean, you can't even take care of yourself.
No.
Yeah.
You got to make sure she doesn't soil herself, and you can't stop yourself from soiling.
And you're
yourself.
like, well, that seems normal to me.
Yeah.
Well, the funny thing is, I got her a Mr. Goodbar.
I saw that. That was great.
She was eating it last night and she fell asleep and then it melted in her hands. Oh. And the nurse came in and asked if she shit on herself.
And then did you explain to the nurse? And by the way, you can leave a bacon strip. One bacon strip is fine. Like that doesn't count as shitting yourself. That's very natural.
She had to say no. That's my Mr. Goodbar.
Yeah.
I purchased her a Mr. Goodbar.
Yeah.
Did you have a nutty shit? No.
It's a bit nutty. No, I gave her a Mr. Goodbar.
Oh, and then she's got to wake up and her Mr. Goodbar's melted. That's just
yeah. We're dealing with a mess.
Yeah.
It was a rough weekend.
Toots is probably going to open up all of her wounds.
Who's taking care of the cat?
Me.
Oh, and he doesn't want that.
Well, I mean,
he's still getting his eggs.
He loves me. No.
They're too expensive, right?
They're too expensive.
It's too much now. It's too much.
This is a house in disarray.
It is.
It's been a rough weekend, guys.
It is. Troy's not built to take care of a cat by himself. And the parade. Don't get me started on that, right?
I mean, I'm trying to go up to the hospital yesterday.
It's uptown?
I mean, yeah. 42nd Street is completely closed.
Why don't you put on a pair of shorts and run there?
Yeah, there was a marathon.
Wouldn't that have made sense?
I guess it would have made sense now that you mentioned it.
Staple a number on your chest, you get there quick.
Boom.
I'm like, hey, I'm just trying to get across, go up 6th Avenue. And the cops, they don't give a fuck. They're not trying to help you.
You said that to the cops?
Yeah, I'm like, hey, I'm on my bike. I'm like, I need to get just across the thing. Can you just open this up so I can walk across?
They don't care.
He goes, no.
No. Find another way around.
So I'd be happy to not do that. Thank you.
I had to walk with my bike all the way into, Times Square is packed, wall to wall. It feels like it's like New Year's.
Right.
And I'm with my bike and people are falling all over my bike. I'm just like, you gotta fucking be kidding me.
Yeah. No, I'm just thinking how great it is to live in New York City.
I mean, whatever.
Pay that premium.
But you got bodegas, so
yeah, hey.
The bodegas stay open.
They got cats in the bodegas.
It's the city that never sleeps.
Yeah. Yeah, but if I want a bacon, egg, and cheese,
yeah, cool,
I can get one.
Right, I have no idea where I can find.
I might have to walk all the way around 6th Avenue,
but I can get one.
But I can get one eventually.
Right, and then I just leave my bike right outside the bodega. Somebody steals it for me. I don't have to walk it home. It's perfect.
Elmo runs away on my bike.
Yeah. I just see Elmo riding my bike away.
Oh, it just sounds like hell.
It sounds like hell.
Yeah.
Oh, but that's also where the good doctors are. So I might come into the city and think like, okay, if we're going to do this, let's do it right.
Yeah.
And then have just a hellacious stay.
I'd be so terrified if I was Troy. Because I'm the worst at like taking care of people.
I know.
Luckily
I just defer to my wife all the time. What do you think?
She texted me the other day going like, do you need any other show prep? Like, I go, thank God for you. I was hoping somebody would take care of me.
I thought I was doing that well.
No. Your wife's been helping a lot. Any messages you want me to let the staff know? I was like, actually, yeah.
Is she in charge of that too?
Well, yeah. She's.
Is that why sometimes Troy will tell me things and I'll be like, what are you talking about, bro?
Yeah. You read my mind, dog.
So what time is she supposed to leave?
We're trying to figure it out. For us. So, they don't have a time she's gonna. Yeah, it's just like
bring her to Sam's place. He's got extra rooms.
You want to hang in the basement?
Yeah.
Is she okay with doing podcasts?
I'll be doing stuff down there, but as long as she's cool, it's a big base. It's a whole separate.
Yeah, you got room.
It's a whole separate part of the basement.
Is that cool?
Totally cool, dude.
Is she caught up on Raw?
By the way, don't even worry about it because I will catch her up. Big John in his truck. What's up, Big John?
Hey, Sammy, did Troy get married yet?
I hope not, because I did not get an invite.
I'm so pissed.
Is it a deal breaker with the operation, or is she going to stick with her?
Okay, so you're thinking that Troy may break up with his fiance because she got spinal fusion. Are you going to break up with your?
I don't know.
Well, she doesn't get better.
If it was like a paraplegic,
she's in a wheelchair.
If she becomes a paraplegic because
is this the first of many?
Right.
I hope not. I mean, they're saying this is it, but
so okay,
so he's going home.
Right.
You know he's going home because he could whack it, not worried about getting caught.
Are you whacking it?
I'm not whacking it.
Because don't forget, Big John. He said, "No, John. Remember, Big John. He said he doesn't want to anymore. He doesn't like that. He hates boners."
Oh, yeah. Neither do I.
Okay.
Come on.
You're disappointing people, Troy. I think people like Big John, they listen to you hoping that you normalize behavior. So this idea that you hate your own boners now is tough for a lot of people.
Yeah. Big John, control your boners, buddy. All right?
This got to be difficult for you with your fiance laid up in a hospital bed hemorrhaging.
I'm not. I'm just fine.
Good.
My boners are fine. Everything's fine.
Good. I was worried about it. I'm glad you cleared that up. 866-969-1969 is the phone number this morning here on Sam Roberts Show. What's up, Brian, in Vegas?
Hey, I was just going to say, my daughter had the same surgery. She was only 14 at the time.
Yikes.
But one of the things that we did was we measured her before she went into the operation and after. And after that operation, she was 6 inches taller. So
what?
It was quite an extreme surgery.
I hope Troy's I hope Troy's fiance is towering over him after the surgery.
She's going to be towering over him.
That's great.
He's going to look like a goof, you know.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Every time you guys post a photo together, I'm going to be like, "What are you, 5'2"?"
You guys have a good one.
Thanks, Brian.
We did. She went up against the wall. And
you did measure.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because they said she'll hopefully be 2 inches taller. She's hoping for more.
Wow.
Because she's lost height.
Because
of her scoliosis.
Of course. Curvature of the spine.
Yeah, I mean, wait till she'll eventually post it on her Instagram, but wait till you see what her spine looked like. It literally looked like an S.
Oh, that's wild, man.
Yeah. So,
damn,
it's been a rough weekend, but we're getting there.
You're getting there. And you're gonna have a lady with a straightened out spine in no time. The hemorrhaging will stop. Eventually, they'll bring her some pain relief. Take a few hours, but it's okay. Just find a cold washcloth to bite in the meantime. And then
maybe
boom.
you should give Troy those washcloths you got today.
Yeah, I got all the washcloths and loofahs that I need. Any excuse for not exfoliating is
he's going to need them. You got to
out the window.
Do you have to like bathe her and stuff?
She can't shower for like another week or two.
Smelly.
Oh, she's so gross.
I'm not happy about it.
You're not?
If we have to sleep in the same bed.
I'm not. Yeah, this is a great time to be selfish.
You can't sponge bath her a little bit?
I don't know. I mean, I guess you just can't get anywhere near the incision.
I have to sleep in the same bed.
Doctor, what? I mean, because we share a bed. Isn't she going to stink? What am I supposed to do?
Gross.
Doctor, what do I do about the odor and the grossness of it?
Doctor, you sure she can't just stay here?
Yeah, I mean, is there a less expensive section of the hospital where she doesn't need nurse care? It's just that way she's not, gross.
Smelling. Yeah.
I mean, she doesn't smell. She's
not yet.
I don't think I've ever had. She doesn't have body odor like I do.
But you're already complaining about having to sleep in the same.
You said you're not happy about it.
Well, I mean, if
what if she stinks, right?
What if she stinks? What if she bleeds all over?
Is there any way you can hose her down before you can't hose her down at all?
I'd love to give her a good hosing.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
You're concerned about her bleeding in the bed?
Yeah, we have a really nice 1,000 count sheets.
It's ironic coming from you.
Yeah, you leave bacon strips.
Well, poo comes out. Blood is harder to get out.
Oh.
Okay.
And by the way, Danielle, it was a tiny smidge.
Right.
Once a year.
Multiple smidges.
I'm good once a year for that, sure.
And you know the way he says it, it's more than once a year. If you'll admit to once a year, it's at least once every 8 months, if not more. Dan on Long Island.
Hey, how's it going, guys? Good morning. This is more for Troy. I sympathize with your nursing take. I've been in healthcare since 1997, and one of the dirty secrets is nursing is the biggest scam profession ever. they bend over backwards to tell everyone how awesome they are whenever they can, and they do nothing.
You should have seen the pots and pans that I was clanging a few years back. Every day, 5 p.m., clanging and banging for all these nurses.
They were heroes.
I mean, I loved that.
Heroes.
I was hanging out my window, just clanging and banging every day, 5 p.m., and you mean to tell me they're doing nothing?
I lie to you not, sir.
Wow. Wow. Even Gaylord Fokker?
Even Gaylord. Even him.
Wow.
Bunch of do-nothing.
That's terrible. What are you doing in healthcare?
I started life as X-ray, and I've left to be medical device sales because hospitals are disgusting.
That makes sense. That's smart, Dan. Stay in the industry, but just follow the money.
That's it. Follow the money.
Thank you,
Have
bud.
fun, boys, and
All
good
right.
luck, Troy.
Thanks, bud.
I'll talk to you later. Yeah, that's. But when you get a good nurse, they're an angel from heaven.
Yeah, but they're they're on a shift. So
Right.
you get it. You have it for 8 hours, and then it's just you just have these. I mean, they're just I don't know. It's just the bottom of the barrel. It really is, and I say that as kindly as I possibly can.
Peace and love.
Because I try to sympathize because they're probably way overworked and way underpaid, way underappreciated.
They're fucking around making TikTok videos.
That's true.
You don't like nurses making TikToks?
You saw all that during lockdown.
Yeah.
Get back
They're
to
still
work.
doing it.
Right. Get back to work. Or you should be very busy, I would say.
Sam was clanging and banging about that.
And I was sitting there the whole time clanging and banging every day, 5 p.m. Time to clang and bang, kids. Get out the window.
Oh, you were so excited you did it 2 hours early.
Yeah. I forgot. I was doing the pre-clang and the pre-bang, too. Yeah. Everybody started making all this noise at 7. And I was
You're
like,
like,
no.
I did it already.
I did it at 5. Just so everybody knows, Because not everybody, can be around at 7. I wanted the first responders at 5.
And now apparently it was all for nothing. Shame on you for wasting thousands and thousands of pots and pans.
That's right. I'm like Steven Tyler's daughter at the end of that thing you do, except with pots and pans. I wasted so many clangs and so many bangs on
With
you.
my eyes so tight.
Yeah. The drummer's just looking at me like, this is fucking weird.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
Wasting kisses, huh? You're counting?
You like jazz?
Yeah. Well,
Poor Troy.
I'm sorry you're dealing with that.
It's okay, man. It's all poor Clarice.
Right.
She's the one that had to go through it.
She's sitting there hunched over writing this cookbook. Who knew the amount of damage she was doing to herself?
Yeah.
Should have gotten one of those standing desks.
Well, maybe she will. And hopefully she's an extra 6 inches tall. Oh my God. If they gave her 6 inches, she would be like.
She's a tall lady as it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she's shrunk over. I mean, she said she's lost at least an inch or two since she was, in her 20s.
Because it's been getting progressively worse.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I do. I hope she's taller than you. Would you be okay with that?
I would love that.
Be fun, right?
She would love that.
Yeah. Yeah. She could have a reality show called The Tall Chef. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's a nice ring to it.
Yeah, The Tall Chef. It's like she's walking in the kitchen having to duck under the doors and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Everybody would love it. She's sitting there going like, this isn't how you make a burger. And she hits her head on a light bulb that's hanging from the ceiling. I would watch that every day.
Yeah.
Like, look, you see? She's mad. Like, she's got that angry chef energy, but she's very tall.
Right.
You see?
She throws something and somebody goes over their head because she's so high up.
Yeah. She's got her perspectives all off. Like, she's like pouring hot oil onto something or something, and the splash is just tremendous because she's pouring it from such a height. Yeah, I think it'd be great. You are right about the for nothing thing. It's interesting. I couldn't believe it. That I guess it's hard to pinpoint the exact date, but we're right around as of, I want to say 3 or 4 days ago, maybe more, maybe 5 days ago, was kind of the day that it's the 5-year anniversary of when the pandemic really kicked in. I think we all remember that night when it was Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson. They were like, we both got COVID. And everybody was like, holy shit, not Tom Hanks. Are you kidding me? And then the NBA was like, Tom Hanks has COVID. The league is done. We're shutting down.
Well, I remember, I think it was the day before that, and I think it was Rudy Gobert he's the one that was being interviewed.
Yeah.
And he just
Oh,
touched,
my God.
And he just touched everything.
That's right, because we all thought it was a joke. We thought it was bird flu all over again. I forgot about Rudy Gobert. Oh, my God. That was the funniest thing. He was the original super spreader. That's right. They were all making jokes in the locker room.
It was.
Yes. Oh my God, I totally forgot about this.
He touches everything.
They were clearly all making jokes in the locker room about how seriously everything was taking this. And Rudy Gobert from the Jazz came out and decided to bring the locker room joke into the press room and started like touching and palming all the microphones, all the everything that was on the table, all the recorders, everything. Because it was like, come on, what do you mean? What are we going to do? And then I think it was the next day.
Yeah.
I think it was the next day that Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson got COVID. And the NBA and the NHL, everything started to shut down. Yeah. And we were like, oh my God, like, wait a second. This is really happening.
All right, guys. See you in 2 weeks.
And then, well, yeah, and then I think that next morning we came in to work, if I remember correctly. We came in the next morning. I want to say that was a Thursday. The Wednesday night was when everything was going nuts. The Thursday morning we came in, and then McClure was like, "Hey guys, on Monday, don't worry about coming in. We'll take 2 weeks off, and because we're gonna flatten the curve."
Yeah. 2 weeks.
So we were like, we'll take 2 weeks off. Most of the people here had no equipment at home. And I don't just mean in this room. I mean most of the people in the company.
Oh, yeah.
Had no equipment. Wasn't like Howard doing his shows on a laptop microphone.
Oh, it sounded terrible.
He took time off. I think he took a week or two off. And then, it sounded like shit.
And then he still came back and did, laptop microphone shows. And then everything just started, and for the next 2 years,
Sam Romer Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
your mic's on. And for the next 2 years, everybody was locked down. I was explaining to my 8-year-old, who kind of has like a foggy memory of it, because he would have been
because of COVID.
Yeah, he's got long COVID. I'm not even sure that's a thing, because he would have been 3 or whatever when it started.
Right.
So I was like, bro, we were locked inside for 2 years. You only played with these 2 kids the entire time for 2 years. And he just looked at me like, what? I was like, yeah, dude, you were out of school. And he was like, if I had my iPod and Xbox, that would have been awesome. I was like, yeah, I could see.
And it was for a little bit.
For a little bit, but then you realize, you're losing full years of life. You don't know what's going on anymore. Everybody is progressively losing their minds around you. I'm sitting there looking out the window going, okay, I think it's time to get my gun permit. Shit's about to go down. I remember, because in the very beginning...
Time to wash the mail again.
Right. This is the glove era. Glove era COVID, people don't talk about enough, was a wild time. Glove era COVID was when you were wiping down everything you got from the grocery store.
Oh, my God.
You're looking out the window, and you're going, COVID is going to get so bad, we're not going to have police. We're going to get into a crime state here. This is it. This is crazy. It was
purge.
It was purge. It was a good 2, 3, maybe a month that it was like, well, I can't let my parents leave the house, so I got to do their grocery shopping too. You were waiting in line at the grocery store.
Waiting in line.
For 2 hours, you'd wait in line with a mask that you made out of an old bed sheet.
Going up and down, aisles. According to whatever.
Oh my God, the arrows. The arrows in every aisle in the store was a one-way thing.
And then if you went like against the arrow, people were like, you're going the wrong way.
Oh yeah, people were scared.
Oh my God.
And anybody that was prone to any level of anxiety or anybody that was prone to any level of paranoia, I mean, they're still not recovered.
No.
The amount of I was right. Any sort of like, now they say there were some people that are germaphobes that say like that it wasn't even that bad because it felt more like everybody was catching up to them.
It's like when everyone started wearing Doug's clothes.
Yes, exactly. And Doug was sitting around going,
I've been wearing this outfit forever.
Right, and everybody was like, Doug, you look so cool. And Doug was like, this is just my outfit. Meep, meep. Hey, Doug. Whoa, nice outfit.
That's how I explain COVID to people.
Yeah. It makes sense. It makes sense.
Yeah.
And then Yeah, people on the internet singing songs about being Cuomo-sexuals.
It was a wild time.
It was wild. Everything,
not everything holds up.
No, but that first 8 months or so, everybody gets a pass.
8 months? I think it was at Disney already twice.
Maybe not 8 months then. It just felt. Yeah, I mean, I also have no conception of time because I was probably in Orlando within 8 months too. Because I remember the plane. I mean, I will say this: the air travel was the best.
It was amazing.
Like once you just were like, you know what, I'm gonna do it. You had to psych yourself up. You had to start, punching yourself in the face, going like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go to the airport. I'm gonna get on an airplane. I'm gonna risk it all. It's true. That's what you did.
Yeah.
But once you got there, you were like, Jesus, I paid $60 for this airline ticket.
60? Dude, I was paying like $20 to go down to Orlando. It was the fucking best.
And you get there, and they'd be like, we're don't even bother standing up. We're putting you on the plane by row. And you'd be like, what? There's not even a rush? They're like, you can board if you're in rows 26 or 27. And I'm like, wow. Okay, we're ready for 24.
And good news, no middle seats.
And that's what I was going to say. And then these rows would go up and there'd be 4 people. And you're like, 4 people? What is this, a small plane? And you'd get there and it's like, no. Nobody's sitting next to anybody. No middle seats, no nothing. Plus, most people are afraid to fly anyway. So not only are you guaranteed nobody in the middle, but odds are you're going to get a suite to yourself. That's what I call them.
A suite.
A coach suite. You're going to get a coach suite to yourself. And I was like, this is great.
It was the best.
It was the best of times. It was the worst of times.
Yeah.
Well, but air travel was the best of times for sure.
Remember, I went sightseeing.
Well, you were quarantining on the road.
Oh my God, Danielle. This may be the funniest thing I ever heard. Troy would drive back and forth to Florida because you had the time. What else are you going to do, right? Mm-hmm. So he drove. The first time he went to Florida, he drove, and I think he'd driven back or something like that, whatever. And we were on the air. And I was like, well, did you quarantine? Because at that time, if you left a state, you were supposed to quarantine for 2 weeks. If you go from anywhere to anywhere, you're supposed to quarantine for 2 weeks. Mm-hmm. And Troy goes, or a week, or whatever Florida's law was. And Troy goes, well, we drove over the course of 3 days, so I was quarantining on the road. And I was like, you can't.
In my car.
You can't quarantine mobily. And he was sitting there going, what do you mean? Of course you can.
Oh, it was a blast. I went to the Chattanooga Choo Choo.
You did?
I rode on that train. They have a great locomotive down there.
You love trains.
Love trains. And I've never been to the Chattanooga train. So
was that a big deal for you?
Yeah. And then there's like a underground waterfall that I can't remember, like Ruby Falls or something in Tennessee. Went and did that. That was beautiful. Went to Nashville.
Ruby Falls waterfall.
I had flown to Orlando for WWE. Remember the first time I went down?
Yeah.
And they were doing COVID tests before every show, everybody that worked there, because I was down there doing shows with them when they still didn't have audiences. Like, it was empty building shows, which is wild to have gotten to see that.
And that was before they were putting, like, people on screens in the crowd, right?
Yeah, not even that. Like, it was in their performance center, like, empty, like, straight up empty room, where I'm sitting there watching the show. And I'm like, I'm one of 5 people that get to sit in this building and watch this show. This is a wild thing.
Which is cool.
Really cool. But then they go, the day before, you got to fly in the day before, and you got to take a rapid COVID test. And this is lap of luxury stuff. This is when, like, rapid COVID tests were going for $2,000 on the black market. Like, you couldn't get rapid COVID tests. And I remember I was like, okay, I'll take the Uber to get the COVID test the day before. And I got in the Uber, and of course, you got to roll down the window. Because that way because that way you don't want to catch COVID from your Uber driver. So you had to wear a mask, he had to wear a mask, and then you roll down the window to make sure you're okay. Had the Uber guy drop me off. They said, okay, the tests are behind the building. Went behind the building. It was a drive-through test.
You were just standing.
I was standing in line with cars. A car in front of me, a car behind me, praying to God these weren't my coworkers. Spoiler alert. The only people getting tested were coworkers. These are.
Didn't Triple H come by at some point?
I don't know. He didn't talk to me, but I'm sure he did.
I feel like somebody
said something.
Was like, "Hey, what are you doing, dude?
Yeah.
Why are you standing here in a row of cars?" It's like when people try to go through the drive-thru without a car.
I was going to say, that's hot dog in bikini beans.
That's right. That's right, Goonin.
You must have looked like a real asshole.
Yeah, but you know what?
He probably did.
I'm sure I did, but it's COVID. You get a pass.
Yeah.
people are doing a lot of weird stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
As far as anybody was concerned, maybe they're going like, oh, he's probably like some kind of COVID protocol that he's up on that we're not up on yet. You know, like, oh, okay. Because at that time, you'd see people doing weird shit, and part of you was going, that's really weird. And then the other part of you was going, maybe I should do that too.
Is that the right thing to be doing?
Maybe I should do that. You get a package, you'd leave it in the garage for 2 days, then you'd wipe it down after the 2 days, then you'd feel like, okay, now I can open it.
I don't think I ever did that.
Oh yeah, you had to. You had to. You were not safe then.
Yeah, no,
you were putting your family in danger.
That's right.
I remember they had spent all this time on getting everybody to stop using paper bags. And then all the stores were like, oh my God, you got to stop using the reusable bags.
Yeah, you can't bring your own bags.
You can't bring your own bag.
There might be COVID on
It's getting COVID. The COVID is on the bag. So even if you're cleaning the groceries, the COVID from the bag is getting on the groceries. We got to go back to paper. Fuck the rainforest. We got to go back to paper because it's COVID on the bags. And I was like, yeah, that checks out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
No problem. I wanted to go back to paper bags anyway.
Glad I didn't have that nonsense down in Florida. Oh, it was so great to go down there and just deal with sanity.
That's when you'd start to things would start to creep in. Like, wait a minute, this is changing state to state.
Yeah.
Like you go to Florida and you wouldn't be doing it, and you'd be like, everybody's fine.
Everybody's fine. Everything's okay.
Yeah, what's going on? And I was like, you're just going to the grocery store? You're like, yeah, it's fine. I went, huh? That's weird.
I remember they were telling you couldn't go to the beach. They're like, no, you can't go to the beach. It's like, fuck you.
Right.
Florida was like, fuck off.
Yeah, we're going to the beach.
We're going to the beach.
Yeah, it's literally why I live here.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are we going to do? Just stare at the beach?
Telling people they have to stay inside, not go outside and get sunshine.
Right.
Like, what the hell are you guys talking about?
What are you talking about? The We Outside movement was created from that. Remember the celebration when people were finally allowed to go outside?
Crazy.
It's the best.
But then weird stuff was happening. Like real quick into the pandemic, remember like a boat was coming to the shore in New York that had like supplies and stuff on it, and everybody was celebrating. So like hundreds of people all grouped together right at the dock.
Yeah.
And everybody was like, why is this okay? No, it's fine. They're celebrating. What?
Well, I mean, you go on the news and it's like, you're okay to go out and protest. And they're like, nothing was wrong with that. So
Yeah, you're wearing a mask.
You're allowed to do that.
But they were wearing masks.
You can't go to dinner.
But yeah, you can't go to dinner.
The protesters were not wearing masks.
Unless you're the governor.
Yes.
But you know, he had
Then
the
you-
sliding door open.
Oh, that's
Remember,
right.
he
I
had it
forgot about
open.
the sliding door.
He had it open a crack.
I think that's when people really started like thinking like, wait a second.
I mean, it when people were, yeah.
When you saw politicians doing the things that they're telling you not to do,
Yep.
and you're like, I don't think we should actually be doing this.
And the problem is that then it made people believe all the like lunatic stuff, because it's like if they're lying about that, what else are they lying about?
Everything.
And it made everything okay.
Pretty much.
Right? I mean,
remember if you were like, oh, this came from a lab, you'd be like, how dare you even say that? How
Jon
dare you
Stewart.
think that? Remember, yeah, people lost their mind if Jon Stewart said that.
Stephen Colbert was very mad at his friend.
And even that was like years in.
That was years in, yeah.
But can you
Years in.
just
That's
think about like
years in is how we describe it.
you question something that's happening,
Right.
and the immediate reaction is anger. How dare you say that? It's like, well, what do you mean? Like, nobody knows.
He was like, it's called the coronavirus lab.
Exactly.
What? Corey in Columbus. What's up, Corey?
Hey, morning, boys. Little callback to that fuck stick, Rudy Gobert. He was the first NBA player to actually test positive for
That's
COVID
right.
the day after that microphone debacle. Punching out, boys, and Danielle. See you later.
Those damn French.
Yeah. Yeah, he had to come. Look, I don't know if it's too late or not, but
I'm sorry.
do not touch the microphone. Yeah. Yeah, but to me, it's interesting that, like, on the 5-year anniversary, it felt like, you know, there's an op-ed here or there, there's a little article here or there, but it's not like, I don't know if people don't want to talk about it.
COVID?
Because it's just, like, too much to talk about. You know
If
what I
you
mean?
go to
Like,
a Bernie rally out west, it's pretty much the same policy.
what do you mean?
You didn't
I
see that
it.
over the weekend?
I didn't see it.
Bernie and I think AOC were doing rallies on the West Coast.
Yeah.
And the flyers encouraged everyone to mask up because of COVID.
Now?
Yeah, over the weekend.
Show me. I can't be true.
Yes.
That can't be true.
That's crazy.
Maybe it was kind of like a turn back the clock thing.
Oh, like a retro thing?
Yeah.
Like how Danielle loves the 2000s?
Right.
I see.
Right.
I see. You saying that it's been long enough that we could throw it back now?
Yeah.
I gotta see this.
Hang on.
Because that's like, wow. Bernie Sanders AOC mocked after telling supporters to mocked after telling supporters to mask up for West Coast town halls. Really?
Yeah.
You sure that was for COVID, or was it just so they don't see your face?
Hang on.
Oh, like embarrassment?
No, because because people are like,
They're fighting the oligarchy.
Yeah.
Hang on. Yeah, right here.
Okay. Masks are advised for all attendees. Okay. Thank you for RSVPing to our event. Right. Okay. Fighting the oligarchy. Where we go from here with Bernie Sanders in Denver. Good. I'm glad to fight the oligarchy. Mm-hmm. Here's the address. Friday, things. March 21st. Mm-hmm. AOC. No bag signs or firearms. Okay.
Understood.
Okay. I was going to bring a fire. I knew no signs, but I'm glad to know.
no signs
okay.
or firearms.
Or firearms. That's so the Attitude Era is out the window. Masks are advised for all attendees of this event. Anyone experiencing a fever or other symptoms of COVID-19 is asked to stay home and not attend. Wow. Yeah. Wow, they really are.
It was a throwback.
It's a throwback. Throwback to super spreader events.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if the reason that they don't, because, like after most sort of even traumatic incidents on the anniversaries, they kind of, I would have expected more reflection, I suppose. Or more like sort of news programs going like, hey, let's at least talk about.
I saw some tweets and stuff.
Yeah,
nothing like.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Tweets.
Right.
And people going like, oh, did you know? And I was like, oh, no. That's why I even brought it up, because it took like a tweet or something for me to be like, oh, I guess that was a long time ago. But maybe it's because people don't really want to talk about it because they want to forget.
It's too soon.
Yeah, it's too soon. Everybody wants to forget like that was fucked up. And maybe also it's because the longer it goes, the more it's like, hey,
I probably should have done that.
You know all that stuff that we said, like, you're a paranoid lunatic if you say it? Some of it. Some. Well, I'll say some of it could
probably
have been accurate. Maybe.
I mean, are people even acknowledging that?
Yeah, they just did a big op-ed in the New York Times about it. Like, look,
and they're saying we were wrong.
We fucked up.
But
they said it was a crazy time. It was a crazy time. Yeah. We were encouraged by the administration to say this, to say that. It was nuts. And so look, that's out there now, so let's put it all behind us.
Now that we've said that,
let's never bring it up again.
Let us never speak of the shortcut again.
But they won't say, like, hey, the people that we were calling lunatic conspiracy theorists, they were the ones that were actually correct about a lot of things.
No.
They'll imply it.
Will they?
Yeah, they did.
They'll imply it by saying, like, hey.
As it turns out.
Yeah.
This was right.
But, it's like a correction in a newspaper. It's like on page 34, very small.
Yeah, there was an op-ed. And there was another one recently, too. Yeah, where they were saying that, like, the lab theory. It was like when whoever it was, whatever government organization.
Illuminati?
The Illuminati came forward and they were like, okay, so you were right about the lab. So big deal. Who cares? Anyway, you guys are still talking about this? Yeah, this was years ago.
Yeah, that's old shit.
That's old. So what? If we completely change the course of world history. Big deal. And I don't even mean on a structure. I mean on a societal level, like individual humans. We fucked up everybody. Big deal. Big deal. So why are you guys still talking about it anyway? That's old shit. Let's move on to the new.
I forgot about that. Carlos is bringing up. I forgot about that.
Carlos in Montreal. What's up, Carlos?
What's going on, Samuel? Famous kid. Check it out.
Thank you, my friend.
do you remember two things? One, giving Undertaker COVID at some toy convention.
You did that.
And two, do you remember when you went out and we stood in solidarity with our black brothers and bought the BLM socks because you were all about George Floyd? Remember that? How you said he was a good guy, a great guy.
He seems like a good guy.
Remember that?
Remember that? Comment, please. Thank you, Carlos.
I do remember you going to play with toys with the Undertaker and you gave him COVID.
I remember that too.
Yep.
I think I probably got COVID the last time I went to Comic-Con too. I just didn't test this time. I was like, what is it? Allergies? Who could tell? Who's to say?
That's one half dozen of the other.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, what are we all like? Yeah. I mean, Undertaker seemed fine, so I don't think. Plus, like,
you gave one of your heroes.
I know, that's fucked up.
He's not on the record of ever, and I don't think you can get COVID if you're the dead man.
That's true. Also, he probably doesn't believe in COVID.
I don't think he does either. I'm not sure I do, so. So I think it's fine. I think, all's well that ends well, ultimately. Josh in India?
What's up? Man, how's it going?
Good.
I just wanted to say that I'm in India. I tried to call about 6 months ago from Albania, and Troy basically told me to go fuck myself.
Troy.
Troy, I would have loved to speak to somebody in Albania. Well, you don't like foreign people?
I'm calling Josh a liar.
Oh.
Sounds true to me.
I mean, it was implied. It was not explicitly stated, but it was implied.
Wow.
I just wanted to say that, I'm in India, speaking of COVID, and I just wanted to compliment the new show. It's a great format. Good vibes. It's like 8:00 p.m. here.
That's sick.
It will be 8 here.
And the app works better here than it does at home in North Carolina for some reason. I don't know. Like, it's crazy.
Well, yeah, all the tech is there.
What are you doing in India?
I'm just like a basic white girl, so I came to find my spirituality. And there's a big festival here in March for it's just a bunch of people in the street throwing colors around, and it's I react to touch like Rich Voss, and I had about 30 strangers a day rubbing powdered color all over my face and body, and it's the craziest shit I've ever seen in my life. Like it's everything you hear about, and it's beautiful and disgusting. It's like being inside of a dumpster with bipolar strippers. Like the whole series, just the whole.
You really are. You really are staying at the White Lotus, India, huh?
Oh, fuck no. I'm not at no White Lotus. I'm at a hostel in the middle of nowhere with no roads.
I'm looking at it. I'm looking at all the colored powders getting thrown. So you're just one of the Holi Festival. So you're just one of these guys that loves
Holy.
Oh, okay.
Holy.
So you're one of these people who just loves to travel and experience the world, huh?
Well, I live in a small town in North Carolina, and I work in the funeral business.
Whoa.
And I need a reason I have to leave the country to stop working because motherfuckers are always dying. So
I get it, dude. I get it. And you want to be surrounded by a small town where you're just surrounded by corpses all the time. You got to get out there and experience life. And look at you now.
Well, yeah, I'm in the prime of my life, and I'm surrounded by nothing but senior citizens and dead people, and it's not, it's psychologically draining.
I can't imagine trying to upsell people on funeral packages. That has to really weigh on your soul.
To be fair, it's really not hard. People are going to die, and they have to buy shit. They can't just bury somebody in their backyard. So.
You sound like Mr. Wonderful. This is the Something Wonderful platform. He says weddings and funerals are the only time that people don't mind spending money.
Look, it's since the beginning of the year. I've been pulling 70-hour weeks. It's been disgusting.
Are they dropping like flies?
I don't know. I don't know why. Since the beginning of the year, everybody's dying everywhere.
Wow.
And then you got to deal with Troy when you call in, telling you to go fuck yourself because you're Albanian.
Yeah, you're a fucking
man.
liar.
I was really kind of bummed out, dude. I was in the middle of rural Albania watching a sheep herder, and Troy was like, "Meh."
Bro, we could have.
I would have loved to have heard about that.
Josh, if you call up, you don't have any.
Danielle would have never done this to me.
Never.
No, she wouldn't have. You wouldn't drop that call, would you? No. I'm trying to hear about these sheep herders in Albania. I don't know anything about that.
And you're like, fuck you.
Well, Albania is crazy because it used to be it was a communist country, and so the middle of nowhere, there's all these
I had no idea.
It's all these crazy 3-story abandoned buildings, and just sheep herders, and they have these giant gas station coffee houses in the middle of nowhere all over the place. They're like
I love
luxurious
coffee houses.
No, I'm talking like 3-story marble palaces for no reason.
Can you imagine if you knew about this weeks ago?
I would have loved to have found out about this when you wanted to tell us originally.
Oh, man, you got to blame Troy on this one.
No, yeah, you do.
Sorry, guys.
I want to hear about
Troy,
that.
I hope Clarice gets better. I saw her surgery thing.
Thanks.
So I wish her luck as far as that goes.
Josh, thank you for being the better man here.
A real one?
A real one. And also, I hope those Indian people just pour powder all over you. Just touch and touch and touch. You love touch.
No, he hates touch.
Yep, I got COVID. I've got COVID now, for sure.
Shut up. Thank you, Josh.
Have a good
Thanks,
tikka
man.
masala for me.
Have a great day.
There it is.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Later. Yeah, that's amazing.
Josh
now,
is
look.
living life.
I think it's amazing to hear people say that they had this experience. There's not one part of me that wants to go.
You wouldn't do that?
I mean, I don't like to travel. I want to stay home.
Yeah, I know.
You would get sick in India.
Of course. I'd be like,
oh, Sam?
I'd be like, is there anything that you...
First of all, he wouldn't use the bathroom the entire time.
He wouldn't know what to eat.
No.
I mean, don't talk about having difficulties using the bathroom when Mr. International Travel over here literally just talked our ears off about not knowing how to shit in a pit.
Do you know how to shit in a pit?
No, but that's why I don't leave the house.
That's a good point.
In Westchester, we have toilets. No, I'd be going all over India, going like, is there any restaurant here that has food that comes prepared that they just throw in a deep fryer?
Cannot drink the water.
No, you cannot. Your guts will get fucked.
No, well, that's fine. That's fine. I normally drink soda anyway, so I don't think that would be
That's
a
not an
problem.
issue for you.
No.
Do they have soda in India?
Yeah.
I mean, it depends where you go. I'm sure in the more touristy areas.
I mean,
And by
Indian
the way,
food is delicious.
If they don't have soda,
Yeah.
I'm coming with a whole bunch of soda. I'm going to start a whole industry over there.
You wouldn't do this? This looks fun.
No, it doesn't.
Sure it does. It's an experience.
Having people make you messy?
If they had an India pavilion at Epcot, I would so go.
No, I don't want.
Otherwise, probably
this is
never
like going to Spain for Tomatina. I don't need to.
What's
I don't,
Tomatina?
That's the festival where they run around chucking tomatoes at each other and get all messy.
I would do that once. It's part of the experience.
I would love to see Travis get all like naked and weird on psychedelics and go to one of all these.
I
one of
wouldn't
these
get
messy-
naked and
Wouldn't it-
weird.
you know what would be great?
Oh.
Wouldn't it be great? Because that's what he wants to do. He wants to do weirdo stuff like this, but he's too like
He wants to go find himself.
Yeah, because he's too buttoned
I
up. He's too buttoned
He's
up.
too tight.
He doesn't know who he is. He's got no clue.
He needs to have some ayahuasca, dance around in this in a loincloth.
You know what'd be great? Travis would go on a serious trip.
Yeah.
And just be one of those guys that never came back from it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like it's like it changed him.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. He'd come back. He'd wear like, pants that look like they were made out of a rug. And it's like, what do you
Start dressing like Woody Harrelson?
Yeah, he'd have a different name.
Is that a bad thing?
That would be great. If you found yourself,
Right.
that's who you are.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I would go to India specifically to do this.
Yeah, you would.
But, I mean, if you're there, yeah.
When in Rome, right?
When in Rome.
He'd be like, I just happened to be in India and
I mean, I don't find myself ever going to India. There's a list of places I'd rather go.
everybody's chucking food coloring at each other. I guess I'll jump in.
Yeah. I
Why
mean,
not?
Looks like
You
a
know?
good time.
I'm at the beach. Time to get wet. What else am I doing?
Like, look at that. That
No.
looks fun. You don't
No.
think that looks fun?
They do color runs, like in
That's true, yeah.
America.
Troy leaves the color runs all over his bed. Yeah, you do. Do you do that?
I did it once in like middle school.
How was it?
It was fun, but
Yeah.
you have like powder in your ears for days.
That's what I'm saying. If it was that fun, you probably would have done it at least one more time since 7th grade.
Probably, yeah.
People go like this. They go like this. Oh man, this was such a good time. I did it once in my life and never again. I go, oh, okay, cool, cool.
Like an MTV Fat Camp where they did Color Wars at the end.
I remember the program.
It was incredible.
It was really, really
They don't
something
make them
special.
like that anymore.
No. That it was just a random doc that just dropped. Hey, we got a 2-hour Fat Camp doc. Here you go. Thank you, MTV. This is fantastic.
So good.
Why is everybody picking on that girl who keeps crying?
MTV would never do that now.
No. Because that big girl, she thought they were picking on her because she was fat, but it was really because she was like a pain in the ass.
Yeah, I mean, they were all fat.
Everybody was fat. She was a pain in the ass.
Sam Roberts Show. What's your name?
Anyway, you should have checked it out. It was great. Andy in South Carolina?
Hey, how's it going, Sam?
Great.
First off, T's and P's for Clarice Troy. I hope she recovers quickly, man. I'm
Nice.
sorry to hear that. That surgery sucks.
T's and P's, baby.
Peas.
So I actually think you'd enjoy India a bunch. I've gone for work, and Indian McDonald's fucking rules, dude.
Really?
So they don't have beef, obviously. So there's the Maharaja Mac, which is chicken patties with spicy sauce on them.
Yo, what? Look up a Maharaja Mac right now. That sounds amazing. I forgot they don't like beef, so they must have chicken everywhere. I love chicken.
There's also the mixed spicy paneer, which is just battered and fried paneer cheese with spicy sauce on a bun. Oh
my god!
It's really, really good.
This stuff looks amazing.
The only downside is the bathroom situation. Their plumbing can't really support toilet paper, so when I was there, I was in a mall, and I went to go use the bathroom, and there's just a bucket of water next to the toilet in the stall, and you just use your hand.
The idea that like there are cultures that fine, they don't have an infrastructure that will support toilet paper in the pipes, but you haven't seen what the French have done with bidets. Like you haven't thought to yourself, well, then we need to make bidets. Can you imagine somebody running for president or whoever's in charge of the whole country or whatever, somebody running to be in charge of India and going like, yeah, I'm going to put bidets on every toilet? They get elected in a landslide.
Yeah, it was kind of a weird one. The last time I was there, I had to come home early because they were starting to turn the internet off in response to uprisings across the country. So at least there was Maharaja Max.
Well, I mean, you take the good with the bad. I think that's important. Thank you, Andy.
The facts of life.
And there you have
it. Thanks,
Sam. Yeah.
Butter chicken grilled burger.
Oh, let's
butter.
do it.
Hit me with that. What is that?
I'm trying. I clicked on it.
Butter chicken.
Well, you know what butter chicken is.
No.
Butter chicken.
Yeah, butter chicken rules.
Is it just like chicken with butter on it?
No.
Oh, okay. Because I love
uncultured asshole.
Well, I don't know.
You never had Indian food?
No.
You never had a tikka masala?
No, bro.
I think you'd probably like it. It's a tad bit spicy. You don't like anything spicy, right?
No, I don't mind spicy. I mean, you kidding me? You see me in Buffalo Wild Wings, just
that's true.
Housing. You see me housing them.
I love spicy. You've seen me at B-dubs.
Buffalo. I'm sorry. Are Buffalo Wings not spicy?
No, they are.
No.
Now that you say that, I have seen you eat buffalo wings.
I put buffalo sauce on it. I'll go to McDonald's. Sometimes the sauce that I'll get for the nuggets is the buffalo sauce.
Me too.
Yeah.
Fuck is a pizza McPuff?
I want a pizza McPuff. A blend of assorted vegetables, carrots, beans. I don't like legumes. Capsicum, onion, and green. Okay, I'm not doing that. And green peas, mozzarella cheese mixed with tomato sauce and exotic spices. That sounds good to you?
Yeah.
Great.
I can't really eat anything at McDonald's, so that's on
if
me.
you found out there was like a carrot, beans, and capsicum and onion burrito.
Yeah, but the season, like it's Indian food, it's gonna be good.
Hell yeah.
It's delish.
The exotic spices.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the beans throw me for a loop on that one.
They stole my last name.
Beans did?
McPuff.
Oh.
More like McDouche.
Come on, man.
Hit me with that. Boom. That was you nailed it. Good. Because that is true. It's one of those things where once you say it, I go, that's exactly what I was thinking, but I couldn't verbalize it that well.
You got me there.
Yeah. Because he is a McDouche.
All right, here you go.
There you go.
Chicken McNuggets.
You got the chicken McNuggets. I wonder if they're served with hot and smoky barbecue sauce or mustard sauce. Okay, this I'm very curious about. Served with
served hot.
But it says with smoky barbecue sauce. Yeah. I wonder if it's a different barbecue sauce.
Maybe.
Right? Because the barbecue sauce here is a bit sweeter. What are these? Our world famous French. What are these? French fries?
Yeah.
Wow.
These epic fries.
So they deep fry potato strips to a golden crisp and salt them. Wow, that's interesting.
All right, let's see. Burgers. This is where it froze up on me before.
Yeah, I'm very interested in this Maharaja Mac. That's very, very exciting.
Yeah.
Look at that. It looks kind of perfect.
It makes me so angry they don't have this here in America.
Like, why wouldn't you, right?
Why in like New York City or Los Angeles wouldn't you just do like a McDonald's from around the world where you can get all the different stuff?
Oh, like a special, like a big McDonald's.
Because like here in the city, they do like a special Starbucks where you can get like.
Oh yeah, you ever been in there?
That
rules.
It's awesome. It's like high end everything.
Which one is that?
It's down in Chelsea.
It's in like the 20s. Yeah, it's near like Hudson Yards.
What do they have that's different?
Well, they have like an actual barista there, and like they make stuff.
Oh,
and
like
I think
a
their food is
specialty.
better.
Oh, they've got like pizza and like all
Whoa.
sorts of shit. It's amazing.
They got cold brew?
Yeah, bro.
All right, so
on tap.
Let's go.
And then in Orlando, they have the world's biggest McDonald's.
Except they serve regular stuff.
But they'll serve pizza there. And
Oh,
stuff
they do
like
have McDonald's pizza at that one?
Yes. But like, why wouldn't they just add it, like have it around the world where you can get like the fried chicken from Hong Kong and
The Maharaja
sandwich?
Mac?
Yeah.
Right, Starbucks Reserve. That's what it's called.
Originally named the Aristocrat Big Mac. It's available at most of the restaurant locations across the globe except for India. Oh, they're saying the Big Mac is available almost everywhere except India. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is what they have instead. And it looks like you got some cheese on it, a couple of chicken patties, lettuce,
special sauce,
onions, special sauce.
Looks great.
It's comprised of a delicious chicken double patty with rich habanero sauce, fiery jalapenos, juicy tomatoes,
Oh my
crunchy
gosh.
shredded onions, placed on cheddar cheese and a bed of iceberg lettuce.
Wow.
Yum, yum, give me some.
I would smash that right now.
Yeah. And usually I go like, oh, hold the sauce, hold this. Based on that description.
Come as is. Even with
I
the
think-
jalapenos?
I think I come as is, yeah.
Jalapenos are great.
I love
Yeah,
them,
except when Travis orders it, he goes, can I get an order of jalapenos?
Guys!
Killing it today, bro.
Thank you, dude.
The two of you.
That's
just
two.
crushing me.
By the way, that's 2 sick burns. We got him good, man.
Damn it.
He's gonna think twice before opening that mouth again.
You guys are fucking me up, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's not a good St. Patrick's Day for me.
Nope. Sucks for you.
Yeah, this is the Starbucks Reserve.
New York Roastery.
Yeah. It's down on like 20-somethingth Street.
They don't. It's not even technically a Starbucks, or it is.
No,
They're
it
just
is.
calling
It is. This is all like... No, it's not like a Starbucks. It's called a Starbucks Roastery.
Oh, but it is.
Or Starbucks Reserve, rather.
It does have a Starbucks thing on it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it rules.
Oh, you can book an event there.
You could.
The desserts sound insane. Cannolis.
Yeah, they got a ton of stuff
Gosh,
there.
brownie.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I only get the cold brew anyway. Let's
That's
go
fine.
to
They got
Kevin.
cold brew, but they
All
got,
right.
like, they got foods.
So I'll come and hang. Kevin in Philly.
F Dog, do you recall Hollywood Studios and Disney World, 1990s, the McDonald's French fry only stand?
Yes.
Remember this?
Yes.
Whoa.
McDonald's used to be at Disney World. That's what they served.
McDonald's?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, back in the day, back in like the 80s and 90s.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I would love to bring that back.
Yeah.
If Disney did that where you could get all the other foods
Thank you, Kevin.
from around other McDonald's
Oh
and
my
they had
God.
it at Disney's, I mean, that'd be the ultimate.
Can you imagine an Epcot where every single country in Epcot also had a little McDonald's?
Oh my God. That's
And
incredible.
what a promotional tie-in that is. That's the type of pop culture crossover that I can get behind.
Yeah, look.
Oh my
Wow.
Just French fry cart.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Like cause sometimes you get on these rides early in the morning on an empty stomach. You kind of mistime things. You get a little nauseous. You know what I mean? That ever happen?
Yeah.
Oh, especially when they had that. You know what? It killed me when it was at maybe it was Animal Kingdom or something. I think they've torn it down, but they used to have this location that was like a carnival. It was like a dinosaur carnival inside Animal Kingdom.
I remember
You know
that.
what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And they had that roller
They're
coaster.
knocking that shit down.
Good. Because they had this very small roller coaster that would spin as you go around the coaster.
Tricera whirl or something. Yeah.
Something like that, maybe. And I totally misjudged it. It was the morning.
Oh no.
There was no lines anywhere. I
That's
was
for
like,
kids, bro.
That's what I was figuring. I was like, this will be a silly thing to do. I thought it was a silly thing. I was like, maybe we ride it 2-3 times because there's no kids here yet. They're all riding the big rides. And I jump on that thing. Oh, the spinning got me something fierce. I had to sit down. The spinning got me. The only thing that brought me back to life was like finding some soda, finding some greasy food to kind of sink into your stomach.
Now imagine.
That's all I'm thinking about is the idea of like knowing that there was some fries and a McDonald's Coke waiting for me somewhere, because they do it McDonald's Coke, which means it's in the steel containers.
Extra syrup.
I mean, they do it right.
Yeah, they do it right.
That would have been the cure for what ailed me. That's for sure. Man.
Wow. Restaurantosaurus.
Wow.
I ate meat back then, guys. I had corn. What are those called? The little
corn fritters.
No, corn dogs, but the little ones.
Pigs in a
blanket.
I guess, sure, yeah.
Yeah.
They're probably called like Dino Nugs.
Yeah, it was something cute,
Yeah.
Dino Turds.
Dino Turds.
Yeah. There's a McDonald's global restaurant in Chicago where you can get stuff from all around the world.
Chicago's the best.
I mean, Chicago. Come on, man.
Well, I mean,
what's wrong with Chicago's
well,
great.
it should be New York or L.A.
It should be New
Disney.
York. Yeah.
Or Disney.
I mean,
put it in Disney Springs so I don't have to pay to go in the park.
Okay.
I love that he said Disney because the clear next thing was or Chicago. It should be New York, L.A. or Chicago. It's Chicago. You can get onion rings there?
I mean, I don't know if that's the first thing I'm asking about, but yeah.
How do they know nobody's spitting on them?
They don't.
Oof.
No.
Check the parking lot.
Global menu restaurant is slightly bigger than most McDonald's stores. Blah blah blah. It's one of the most updated McDonald's locations. Free, blah blah blah.
Let's watch this reel about
It's an instant. Yeah, it's on Instagram.
Instagram reel.
Yeah. Let's see what it does.
Let's watch the Instagram.
This just goes to McDonald's Corp.
Okay, forget it then. I don't want to do it. Okay, there you go. You get a little sound?
No, it's on.
It's on Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the coolest McDonald's in the world. Okay, they got the iPads to order from. That's great. Okay, global favorites. There it is. They got the desserts.
Yeah.
They got the breakfast
breakfast roll from
look
the UK.
at that.
Hazelnut McPops from Spain.
They cook their eggs the same way.
What?
The egg looks the same. So I'm just saying they crack the egg and cook it the same way over there.
That's true, yeah.
Yeah.
Cinnamon cream mini donut from Canada.
These Canadians, what are we competing with? Competing with Timmy's and bringing out the best?
I guess so.
Wow.
What
they got waffle fries? Are those waffle fries that I see?
Ooh, shrimp burger from Japan.
I don't know about a shrimp burger. That
pairs perfectly with the crisp cut chips from Malaysia.
Oh my God, those are waffle fries, or as Hot Dog would call them, waffle cut potato fries from Chick-fil-A. Can I have that with waffle cut potato fries? They're like, it comes with that. Oh, okay. A number one with waffle cut potato fries? Yeah, it comes with that.
And a Coca-Cola?
And a Coca-Cola to drink? Okay.
The Chicken Tasty with bacon from Switzerland.
Oh.
The Big Tasty Burger from Sweden. That's a big tasty burger.
That is a tasty burger.
Salted caramel dipped cone from South Korea.
Why do all these people know how to sit in the lap of luxury? We got nothing.
I don't know, man.
I'm just sitting there waiting until what's that K-pop band comes back so they can give us the good sauce for the nuggets.
Blackpink?
No, it wasn't Blackpink. It was the other one. BTK.
BTS.
BTS.
And I said, yep.
BTK, you know the band. I love that Travis was like, that's the one.
That's the one. There it is.
Sounded right.
Yeah. Can I get some of the BTK sauce with my nuggets? No, we're all out,
This
they
is
tell
just
me.
blood.
Yeah. No, they said they sold out. Brad in Atlanta.
Hey, boys.
Hey, man.
So that McDonald's is in Chicago because Chicago is where McDonald's was founded.
Oh.
So that's why they have it.
By the way, there's a couple of McDonald brothers. One of them was on Parks and Rec that would take a huge umbrage with that statement.
Oh, well.
Thank you, Brad.
There's somebody from McDonald's corporate has to be listening to this show. Please, would you, for the love of God, open up a different location?
What, McDonald's global store? Yeah. There should be one in New York.
Maybe Westchester.
No, New York City.
Oh, okay. All right.
Not Westchester.
Times Square would be good. That's how you compete with the Raising Cane's.
No, keep it away from Times Square.
Although,
I mean, it's a tourist attraction.
Go to put it in Hudson Yards or something.
There you go.
Right?
Hudson Yards would be a good place for it.
Times Square or Westchester.
I mean, Times Square would make sense.
It does, unfortunately, but
yeah, I mean, I'm not
it's
saying
going to be a shit show.
Yeah,
we'd make it 24 hours, and I'll go at like 4 o'clock in the morning.
Or put it like
Perfect.
1221 6th Avenue or something.
Right, like get the Chipotle out.
Yeah. Enough of
Useless. Yeah, enough of Chipotle.
Yeah, enough of the 40/40 club.
Wouldn't that be great?
Or whatever it is.
It's the 40/40.
Okay.
Wouldn't that be great if they opened a global McDonald's in this building?
I'd never go home.
No, me neither.
No.
I have McDonald's every day.
Yeah.
Like we did with
Chick-fil-A.
when they opened up right down the street.
When they
yeah,
opened
because you could
it
have
up,
something new every day.
Yeah.
When they opened up Chick-fil-A across the street, Troy and I literally had Chick-fil-A every day We made best friends with the servers. Remember those girls?
Of course.
We made best friends with the servers, and we ate it until we were absolutely sick of it. We had to take 2 years off of Chick-fil-A.
2 years. It's still hard for me to eat Chick-fil-A. But imagine if there was a McDonald's downstairs. You know what I would suggest,
What?
Sam?
What?
That we do a thing called, hear me out.
Yeah.
Review bras.
Review bras. Oh, right. To be like, there already is a review bra, but it's just the one.
Yeah, it'll be us.
What if we did review bras?
Bras, okay.
BRUHS.
Okay.
Right? Because that's our own thing.
And then we review everything in the McDonald's.
Would you want to like wear like a suit and tie and be very formal about it?
You know, that's actually a pretty good idea.
Yeah, I think so. I think we should just completely steal his shit.
Steal his cadence.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, there's a global McDonald's downstairs, and I went down to try the new Maharaja Mac.
That's right, Sam. It was delicious.
Okay, I found the full menu.
Oh.
It's on Uber Eats.
Of the Global?
Yeah.
Oh, imagine getting Uber Eats from Global McDonald's. Forget it. Forget it. My data plan would go through the roof.
Barbecue Smokehouse McCrispy. Looks like that's from the UK. Oh. I gotta know all my flags.
Looks like that's from the UK. It's a British flag.
Right? Okay, good. Okay.
England, more specifically.
Cold Skull McFlurry.
Where's that from?
Ooh, that's a good question. Sweden? Switzerland?
I mean, it looks Swiss. That's the Swiss Army knife, I would think.
Oh, that just looks like a cross to me.
Okay.
The 280 Dijon.
Where is that from?
France.
Yeah. Nailed it. Some of these are getting a little easier. 6-piece spicy garlic black pepper chicken McNuggets. Oh my God.
Damn.
And where's that from?
Japan.
You know how I knew that? Samoa and Yokozuna used to wave that flag.
That's all you need to know.
That's right.
I know where you learned your stuff.
That's right.
The masala shaker fries from Canada.
Oh.
You down with that?
You love shaker fries.
The shaker, remember? I fucked with the shakers
right.
in Hong Kong.
Yeah.
So that looks like it's what they have right now.
I mean, that's a good
But
selection.
it's changing all the time.
Oh, I love that. I love that.
So smart.
It's really smart. You're getting upset, Troy.
I am. Why there?
I love that you think that there has to be the person who makes the decisions on where to open Global McDonald's absolutely has to be listening to the show.
Or there has to be a friend of that person.
Yeah, maybe there's a friend of a friend. You know how many connections have happened through this show?
Yes. The point is get the message to him. And if you are a friend, you'll probably get that message to him and he'll go, New York. I never thought of that.
Think of that?
Manhattan? Oh, let me look up this Manhattan. Wow. Look at the population.
Or Orlando.
Wow.
Orlando's a great location.
Orlando's, yeah, you put anything there. Isn't the world's largest, like...
Plus, you wouldn't have to build a new one. You should throw the global menu items at the world's largest McDonald's.
That's right, yeah, just refurb it.
Yeah, right across the street from Hulk Hogan's shop.
That's where it is?
Yeah.
Hulk Hogan's Beach Shop.
Hulk Hogan took a 7-Eleven and turned it into his store.
Keep the Slurpee machine, brother.
Red and yellow Slurpees. Wow.
Upstairs.
Wow.
I'm not going until you come down. I'm gonna hold off.
I appreciate that, dog.
Yeah.
So you mean we can go buy some Hulk Hogan merchandise?
Yep.
And then and Jimmy Hart will probably be there.
They have a Jimmy Hart stand up. You can take your picture.
That's actually him.
So we can take our picture with the Jimmy Hart stand up, buy some Hulk Hogan merchandise. And then go across the street and get some McDonald's?
I have a pizza at McDonald's.
Wow. Now in Florida, is Hulk Hogan merchandise cool?
Fuck yeah.
Okay, all right. Because there are some locales where it's like,
no, he's running shit down there.
The other 49 states?
Yeah, all the other 49. I think it's political, brother. I don't think political is the word. I don't know about that.
He's still the man down there.
Is he?
Yep.
Okay. I'll take your word for it. I'm not down there. You are.
I am.
Troy, do you find it interesting that they list the 40-piece nuggets under shareables?
I mean, 40-piece, I could smash that. No sweat.
That's what I'm saying. Why is it shareables? Share with who?
Share with who?
What does this mean? We're supposed to order 2 40 pieces?
Yeah. All right. Well, hopefully someone from McDonald's Corp is listening to the show.
Yeah.
And
they definitely are.
Takes our advice
to open up a global McDonald's in New York City.
Yeah.
And then can we say this now? If that happens, can we do a broadcast from there?
Yeah,
we can do all our broadcasts from there. Just build a studio in there and we'll stay. Like, Sirius has that studio in Las Vegas.
Or like Graceland, it's like right there.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Or like there used to be a studio in the NHL store.
Right, exactly.
Right.
Exactly. Just build, like, it's not, I mean, you know, I put one in my basement. Like, it's not that tough.
Yeah.
Just build a studio in the McDonald's, and we get McDonald's breakfast every single day.
We'll do all the plug-ola you want.
Whatever you want.
Yeah.
Live from the McDonald's studio.
Yeah.
Come see us.
Oh, these McDonald's fries are so delicious.
Yeah. I'll go to WWE. I think Raw Recap, we need to do it from the McDonald's studio going forward.
I got an idea.
Yeah. Oh. All right, let's listen. Too much going on today, okay? We're getting to the bottom of a lot. We're going to keep getting to the bottom of stuff. Brendan Sagalow will be here later. It's going to be a very, very exciting Monday. Stay right there. We'll be back.
We'll be right back. The Sam Roberts Show.
For the Guinness World Record. He knew exactly where I was going. He's going for the Guinness World Record for drumming in Times Square with a window behind him. So, of course, Fez put on the Statue of Liberty crown and started air drumming behind him.
Much like you were last time. All right, I'm in position. Let me know when you see me. Well, do me a favor, just like you act like you're playing air drums along with this. So you're just like looking like you're really into this. By the way, if you want to see Fez, go over to the Interrobang, and he will be on camera. Rocking out. There you are, standing there. All right, and we're watching you now.
Oh, just genius. Just genius stuff. The best. By the way, we were talking about, restaurants and also super spreader events. I do love how far we've moved from that. You guys didn't know. You know what was in Brooklyn this weekend?
The Nets?
I would imagine. I don't know for sure, but I would imagine they were.
Okay.
Seltzer Fest.
Seltzer Fest?
Nobody here went to Seltzer.
Salsa Fest.
Seltzer.
Okay.
Fizzy water. Nobody here went to Seltzer Fest.
It sounds like salsa.
No, Seltzer.
Okay.
Seltzer Fest, where everybody brings their best seltzers.
What?
Yes. The seltzer community all comes together. I read not only did they do this amazing Seltzer Fest where everybody did their seltzer, but they had an egg cream competition. What? For whoever makes the best egg cream.
Well, this was at the Brooklyn Seltzer Museum.
Wait, of course.
Yeah,
where else
right.
would you have it?
No, of course.
Where else would you have it, I mean, there is one...
shop online.
For seltzer.
Yes.
I mean, you could get seltzer online. You could get it in the grocery store, too. It sold out, Everybody wanted to see it.
How many tickets?
50 or more.
Okay.
Yeah, it was huge. But, the seltzer community and the people who stand by the great tradition of seltzer were all there.
Who?
Everybody who loves seltzer was there, making egg creams and whatnot. If you love egg creams, it was a good place to grab an egg cream.
I don't know if I've ever had an egg cream.
It's like there's seltzer in it.
And what?
Egg cream.
Like a Cadbury cream egg?
Oh,
well, no, it's like
are these Cadbury cream eggs?
It's almost like a milkshake.
Yeah, it's got chocolate in it. It's very good.
You can make it with chocolate.
Is there literal eggs in it?
No,
there is no egg in it.
You wouldn't crack an egg and put it in. No.
It's like I can't afford that.
No, it's like a milkshake, but with seltzer. It's like almost like a milkshake soda concoction.
Okay. I'm down with that.
No, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. Think about it. Like ice cream floats are the tits.
You know what? They are the tits.
And people don't bring that up enough, but ice cream floats are about the greatest treat you could ever have. Coke float? Yeah. I mean, I love Coke floats so much that I made up that E-Rock like Coke floats, and it stuck with him for the rest of his life.
Wait, Benny Safdie was a judge? Is that what you're bringing this up?
I didn't know, but I hope so.
He was.
That's great. I love Benny Safdie. He's a genius, and he loves seltzer. It's a very New York thing. There is a spot in Manhattan.
It looks like Dr. Oz.
Well, what else is he doing? There is a spot, and they were represented. It's like a diner in Manhattan.
On the Upper East Side, where they make soda?
Yes. I've been there before.
Yeah, it's
I brought
cool.
the kids there. It's been there since like 1920, I want to say, if not before.
What's it called?
Do you remember what it's called?
It's in the 70s on the Upper East Side.
Upper East Side.
Upper East Side original soda.
If you look up Upper East Side Soda Diner, it'll come right up, I'm sure.
I just Googled diner that makes soda. Lexington
Candy
Shop?
Lexington Candy Shop, yeah. Lexington Candy Shop is, it's amazing because they make soda there the old school way, where they have
with
syrups.
actual cocaine?
Yeah, and it's like, and they sell it as medicine.
Oh yeah, sure. I've seen this place. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been. We took the kids there. You get your breakfast, you get your food, you get whatever.
You take a little toot of Coke.
Oh, you do a little toot of Coke?
Yeah, they give you a little ping.
It's on the side.
No, but they make it like, in like the
sure this
1950s. They have they have syrup. Like, in the smaller bottles, and then they have just the seltzer.
I want to go here.
And they mix it there in the store by glass.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's a fun, and that guy is always there. That guy on this guy, yeah, he's always there. And he was at
there?
Yeah, okay. It's his spot. He's like the representative. He was at Seltzer Fest too.
There was a time where Paul McCartney was there a lot. There was a lot of spottings of him there.
Sam, was he there when you went?
Yeah.
Wow, you never mentioned that before.
Oh no, I didn't.
No.
Yeah. He was there. He was like,
little eggs Benny.
And then he came. You know what?
Or is that a cheeseburger?
It's a cheeseburger.
Whatever, good.
It's a cheeseburger.
Cucumber salad. Damn.
He came over to the table. Paul, I never mentioned that.
Paul McCartney. No, you've never mentioned this before. You were at the Lexington Candy Shop.
And this is what he said. And Troy, you're gonna love this. I can't believe I've never said this before. He's like, I'm a big fan of the show.
He said that to you?
I was like, really? He goes, yeah, I don't know who the weird guy is, but I love his Ringo story. Only one. That's what he said.
He said that?
Yeah, he's
you
like,
never told
and then
that
he goes like this, fuck that guy. He's talking about Ringo. Yeah.
Wow.
It was a really fun interaction.
Oh, this is their 100-year anniversary.
I mean, 1925.
Shout out to them.
Yeah. Yeah, so they make soda the old-fashioned way.
Okay.
So that's part of, the big... I'm going to tell you the truth. I got an old-fashioned Coca-Cola there. A little flat. I didn't love it. A little flat. But, yeah, but he was there for Seltzer Fest.
Okay.
And everybody was having a great time drinking seltzers.
Why are you bringing up Seltzer Fest?
I thought it was funny that they did a Seltzer Fest.
It is funny.
I mean, that's why I brought it up. It's a comedy show. So.
Okay. I was sure that you were actually going. You were just like, hey, did you guys see the Seltzer Fest?
It's a wild thing. I didn't know until it was over. I would have gone.
You would have.
I would prefer to go to Seltzer Fest.
You don't go to Brooklyn ever.
No, but I didn't know there was Seltzer Fest. I go to Brooklyn to go to SmackDown.
You went to Brooklyn when you accidentally put in the Biggins' address to Brooklyn.
Yeah. I was in Brooklyn.
And you drove all the way to Brooklyn. Well, this must be uptown.
Sorry, I'm going to be late. I was in Brooklyn. I was like, well, I got to go through a couple Hasidic neighborhoods to get to your house now.
Just about the dumbest thing I ever heard.
Well,
you drove straight through Manhattan.
Yeah.
You're like, well, I guess uptown is downtown.
I think
makes sense.
Like, have you ever heard a bigger idiot, Troy?
I mean, only when he forgot his passport heading to Canada.
That's rough.
But that's just... I thought I had my passport.
You had your child's passport.
And how old was he at the time?
Like 1?
Yeah, he's a baby. There's a baby's face on there.
I wanted to kill him.
But I was like this,
it's literally the biggest question R. Kelly asks, and he can't even remember it.
Well, I didn't have my shots either.
Okay.
And then he had
to America.
And then he had to have this nonchalant attitude, like
that's how he always is.
We have to turn around 3 hours and go back to get my passport because I fucked up. Like, okay, like that's what, like it's just like
that's why he gets to the airport 10 minutes early.
You should be at least a little sorry for what you did.
No, he's not. He's never sorry.
No, he's proud of it.
Yeah.
I'm not even proud. I'm indifferent.
Look what I did.
I'm indifferent.
Now you all have to sit in it.
You have to suffer because of my idiocy.
I didn't care. You had just taken an edible. Hot dog was already 3 sheets to the wind.
That's a good point.
Yeah, hot dog wasn't going anywhere. So, yeah, what do I care? It happens. These things happen.
Well, that's the problem. You don't care.
I do not.
You don't care about other people.
You don't.
No.
I mean, what's to care about? What are we going to do? Sit here
Troy
and
was trying to get to Montreal.
We were 6 hours late to Montreal because you forgot your correct passport.
I think we were 3 hours late, but that's...
No. Were you past Albany?
No, we were in Albany.
Oh, that's just as bad.
It was painful. And he's just like, okay, this is what we're doing.
Albany is such a marker on the way to Montreal that it's like, okay, we hit Albany.
The journey has now...
Now we have to turn around
no, I'm
do
like,
it again.
We got to go back. But we're not doing anything anyway, so relax. That's what I told him.
I mean, I think you still got there before Rob and I did.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like, what do we...
Rob and I were at that airport for 8 hours. It was the worst.
We didn't get frustrated, as a matter of fact, because I refused to get frustrated. We didn't even get... We were like goofing around about it. We didn't get really cranky with each other until we got to Montreal, and they sent us back and forth to the 2 hotels 3 times.
I remember that.
Then neither one of us wanted anything.
We went into the hotel and we're like, okay, it's under Robert's, okay, it's under my name or whatever. Like, no, it's not here. And of course, it was under Jim McClure.
Right. But then we went to, they were like, it's probably the other one. So, and then the other one's 20 minutes out of the way. All right, well, they probably put us at this stupid idiot hotel. And we go into, no, we're not at this hotel. You're at the other one. We got to go back. That was when it got like.
It's like,
yeah, enough is enough.
That sounds like bad managing.
Maybe.
I mean, why wouldn't you just tell us it's under your name?
Yeah, no, we were dissatisfied.
That's a power move.
Yeah.
I'm going to make them work for it.
These jerk-offs go back and forth.
Hot Dog agrees. He just texted.
What'd he say?
Sam wasn't apologetic or anything because of that dumb passport.
Well, I
don't even know how he remembers anything, though.
I mean, exactly. He was sitting there with his Mr. Ed's drying out because his lips were open. He doesn't remember a goddamn thing. You know?
Those chompers were on full display.
Exactly. Like, hey, guys, sorry. I probably said, sorry, guys, this is what we're doing. This is the way it goes.
I mean, I have some sympathy for the people that you're driving.
He had no sympathy. It was kind of like, look, whatever. This is what's happening.
I need you guys to get comfortable with the reality.
Not
that
even
we're
like
in right
I'm
now.
really sorry, guys.
I'm so sorry.
This is the reality we're in. It's time to move forward.
If he would have been like, dude, guys, I am so fucking sorry. This sucks. I'm an idiot. I apologize. I'll buy you guys lunch on the way there. I'd be like, okay.
Did he get you lunch?
No.
No, remember we did go to lunch and then we thought we lost Hot Dog, but he was sitting outside staring at the sun.
Was that because he was on his edible?
Because he was on his edible.
I was going to say he may not have even started yet.
If you recall, you weren't that cranky at that point because Hot Dog was already on his edible. We already knew we were turning back, and you were actually happy because we told the lady at the Carvel that our friend was on edibles and needed ice cream, and Hot Dog was very uncomfortable.
Remember we were checking under the stalls?
Yeah,
we thought he was in the toilet.
Really?
We thought he was gone.
You thought, like, did it ever get to a point where it became a concern? Like, okay,
he might have wandered off.
We may have lost Hot Dog.
We couldn't find him. We're like, where did he go? But we're on like a truck stop, like restaurant. Like,
where are you going to go?
Are you on the walking down the highway?
We were worried he just walked. Because he was on a marijuana edible.
And it was way more than he could handle, which I accidentally gave him the wrong dose.
No, because
that's fine.
He said that he said he said I do edibles.
Right.
And then you gave it to him and then you said to him, I didn't know you do edibles. And he said, well, I've done edibles. And we both went, oh no.
So you gave it to him thinking like, oh, he does edibles.
But but there's a difference between he does and has done.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, I had a 10 milligram edible. I gave him half, so it was only 5 milligrams.
But it was a lot.
But it was way more than he could handle.
You guys would have left and continued on, right?
Oh, at some point we have professional responsibilities.
Right.
We would have to.
Would you laugh if you had seen him walking down the highway?
Yeah, I'd be like, this is definitely going to be an Unsolved Mysteries episode.
We have somewhere to be.
Yeah, we got to go, and we're already running behind as it is because the passport thing. and that's what I would say. They go, you just left Hot Dog. I go, I forgot my passport. We were already running behind as it was.
Plus, he's a grown man.
Right, exactly right. But then we found him. He was outside by himself at one of the outdoor tables staring at the sun.
Sunglasses on or no?
No.
Doesn't matter.
Raw dogging it.
Raw dogging. Hadn't told anybody, just hanging.
And then we get to the Canadian border.
Right.
And he's so zapped and he's so passed out with his mouth open. And we're like, Hot Dog, bro, you got to pull it together. Like, we are going through... border. We're going right through the border. Like, you got to look like you have it together.
He's like, okay. Because he thinks he's cute sometimes. Like, the time before that, we were going through the border, and like as we were leaving, we got past it. He just goes, "Gracias," and we were like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Why are you doing that, dude? He thinks he's so funny and cute.
He's not either one of those things.
Well, no, he still thinks he's like 20.
Right. So
I saw him over the weekend.
Yeah,
you did?
Not like physically, but I saw his Instagram stories. Out drinking until 5 a.m.
Oh, he was partying.
Yeah. Bro, you're in your late 30s.
Yeah, exactly. If you're going to be up all night drinking, just do it at home like Travis does.
I had a drink.
Concerning, with his family all concerned about him.
A drink?
Yeah.
Exactly.
You're knocking him back, bro.
Yeah.
No, I'm really good.
His daughter, poor daughter's had another sleepover going, I don't know. I don't like to sleep at home on the weekends.
Daddy has a problem.
He's got a problem. He starts complaining about this guy, Sam. I don't even know who he is.
You guys don't know anything about me.
Okay. Well, that's just how it comes across on your Insta. And by the way, You bring up getting to the airport 10 minutes early. That's what people do now.
No, it's not a thing.
I saw it as a thing on the internet.
It's a TikTok trend?
I saw it on TikTok trend. They said that, what is it, the airport challenge, the 15-minute challenge or something? They've proven scientifically.
Airport theory.
That it really only does take 15 minutes to get through everything. Everybody thinks it's this whole rigmarole. But if you're flying domestic, it really doesn't take a long time. You spend all your time at the Hudson News. I don't want to spend all my time at the Hudson
News is great. They got so much there.
They used to be when people actually printed magazines. Then they had all this variety. But now,
it's Funko Pops.
I've seen it. Yeah, it's Funko Pops and the same variety of chips and neck pillows for the people who left their last one on the plane.
And whatever Daniel Steele book there is, or whatever his name is.
Danielle, I think. But.
No, that's our intern.
Oh. But yeah. I mean, it really doesn't take 45 minutes to get through the airport.
It depends.
On what? On what?
I'm going to be there early every time.
Of course you are. You're a tool.
No, I'm just a regular guy.
You miss your flight.
Yeah, you never know.
It's not worth it.
I never have missed my flight. I don't think.
You will.
No, I won't.
Yep.
One day. And next time you go on a
also,
trip,
if he ever does, he would never tell us.
Next time he goes on a trip, can we say a prayer on the air that he finally misses his flight?
I'm saying him anyway.
Something so negative. I would never do that about you.
I'll get religious with you.
Would you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Honestly,
I'll tell you what. That would make me believe in a God.
Okay.
That's so fucked up, dude. I would never do that about you.
You did last summer.
Yeah, remember when we prayed that his tire got blown out?
Was that to God?
Mm-hmm.
Who do you think it was to?
All right, so I stand corrected. All right, don't get so mad.
Okay, good. Next time you're going on a trip, Travis and I and the listeners, we're all going to be praying together.
You can pray all you want. It takes 15 minutes. To get
when
to
you
the
go
airport.
to Vegas next month. To WrestleMania.
I'm not going to be late.
I want it to be something where he has to be.
I hope he's got dinner with Stone Cold and he misses it because
he has a huge interview.
I very well might.
And he has to be there on time, and he flubs the interview. He doesn't make it on time.
I'm so sorry, Stone Cold.
When have you ever caught me slipping?
I saw he was going to be there.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Maybe we'll get a bite to eat. Maybe.
I'd fly out for that.
I'll text him.
Hey, Stone Cold.
Hey, Stone Cold.
Saw your video on Instagram.
Also, I'll be there too. What are you doing?
Happy 316.
Are you on my phone? No, I mean, look at some of these. They say this is airport theory that has been going crazy on TikTok because they figured out, these kids, these children, they must listen to the show. They figured out what I've known for a long time, which is it takes 15 minutes or less to get to the gate. They're 100% right.
All right, let's test this out.
Today I'm testing airport theory at the most crowded airport in the entire world.
See?
So we're here in Atlanta, which literally, according to
It's
Google,
got a bonfire
is
shirt
the most
on.
crowded airport in the whole world. So if airport theory works here,
Oh.
I think it'll work anywhere. We're going to see how long it takes to get to our gate from the beginning of the airport. All right, just started a timer. Here we go. Looking at the line for TSA pre-check.
Look at that.
Literally nobody, guys.
Pre-check.
A ghost town. So it's going to be it's a massive line. Huge area. There's just nobody in it. All right, we're through security 7.5 minutes in. I will say there was definitely a lot more people than I thought once I actually got to the line. But still, 7.5 minutes.
Yeah.
We'll take that. It does seem like they're very.
You saying he's
prepared
going
for
up on a
these huge
Tuesday?
lines. There just wasn't one though. So I don't know if I just came at the right time or what. But airport theory is looking good. I do have to take a tram to my concourse.
I mean, we don't need every single detail. Just give us the beginning
they
and the
show. They show you how long it takes.
12, 13 minutes right now. All right, we're off the tram, headed to the gate.
I mean, I don't need to know about the tram.
There's 10 seconds left in the video. Relax.
I didn't check a bag, but there was no line to check bags.
That's the other thing. I don't
Zero
check
lines.
bags.
I forgot to show it. I wish I did, but there's no lines. You got to take
Oh,
my word for it. Here's a look at
wish
foot
there was
traffic
more.
in the busiest airport in the world by foot traffic. It's not too bad.
Not too shabby.
Dude,
We've
it's
officially
COVID.
made it to the
That's-
gate. Just
yeah.
15 minutes.
We're in the middle of a
So,
pandemic.
1457.
Boom. 1457. With
2 seconds off from the Sugar Ray album.
With a tram. With a tram, 1457. Come on.
That's one guy at
He seemed like he
probably
had a-
1 a.m.
Yeah.
at the Atlanta
It's not
airport.
1 a.m. The sun's out. What is it, Transylvania?
Equinox.
Right here. Aurora Borealis.
In Atlanta.
At this time of the year. Located centrally in Atlanta.
I would never do this.
May I see it?
No, you may not.
Every time I've been to LaGuardia lately, the pre-check is insane. TSA pre-check, the line is at least 20 minutes long.
You have some of the worst luck I've ever
yeah.
seen in an airport, too.
You really do.
Although leaving
Like, I also wouldn't be surprised if Troy is, like, complaining about the TSA pre-check line and every single time he gets on the regular line. Like, would it shock you at all if this entire time Troy's been getting on the regular line, like he's showing his ticket, and the people at the thing are like, why does he keep showing us his ticket? This is the regular line.
I have to take off my shoes.
I
don't.
Oh.
He looked at me like, what?
I thought you said I have to take off my shoes. I was like, oh my God.
And now they're making you take your shoes off.
Yeah,
TSA
yeah.
pre-check.
You have to take your laptop out.
Terminal C in Orlando is the shit. I could do it. I could easily do it within 10, 15 minutes.
I don't think I've ever been to Terminal C.
Oh, you don't know what you're missing.
Oh, Terminal C is a breeze.
I mean, A and B.
You can't see it from your hotel window, which is a shame. But yeah, you take the tram over to Terminal C. It's a breeze.
The mayor talks to you on the tram?
He talks to you in the walkway.
Love that.
Yeah, no, not the AB tram. You're thinking of the AB tram.
That's all I know.
Right, where the mayor reminds you, hey,
hello, this is Buddy Dwyer.
Right.
Welcome to the city beautiful Orlando.
Right. Now look.
It's my favorite announcement.
Term AB is more fun because you get the tram with the mayor talking and like the futuristic rings, and you get to look at the 1980s sculpture of the guy in the acrylic box sleeping at the airport, and one of the great food courts in airport history,
and one of the most recognizable carpets in my memory.
Yes, for sure. And
it's too crowded.
It does get crowded, and a beautiful Christmas tree during the holidays.
Beautiful. I've seen it.
You got to fly JetBlue into Orlando.
I didn't know. I have flown JetBlue into Orlando.
That Terminal C.
They're flying into Terminal C now?
Yep.
It's been about 4 or 5 years.
Oh, yeah. Terminal C is new. It's the new.
I don't know if it's 4 or 5. It wasn't going during the pandemic. They just opened it like maybe 2 years ago.
Right.
No, I'm saying it's been 4 or 5 years for me.
Okay, yeah. You have your flights booked for your trip?
They're going to be JetBlue.
Boom.
There you go.
Oh.
You're going to see it.
I thought this trip couldn't get better.
Yep.
Term C.
Now I'm in Term C.
Then
Will I even touch A and B?
No. It's a separate building.
You're fucking me up.
Yeah, you won't touch it at all. It's a different experience altogether. Wow. Now you could take the tram over to AB to get to your hotel. That's what I would do.
Well, no, I'm not staying there. I was staying in Disney. Yeah. No, I'm not staying at the resort at the Orlando airport.
Oh.
I understand your confusion.
The rooms at the airport, I believe they're called. Oh, okay. There's a pool and everything.
No, I know. I would stay. I would stay there.
Restaurant stays open till midnight.
Unfortunately,
you can chill with your homies.
My daughter gave some choices for me, and that was not one of them. Yeah, blame her on this one.
That's too bad.
Yeah. If Dad was in charge, we'd be staying
at the airport.
We'd be taking an Uber to the park.
Taking the 40-minute drive to the park every day. That's the way to do it.
We're saving $10 a night, guys.
Yes.
Don't worry.
Let me tell you something. This is going to pay off when we fly home. We're flying home at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. We're going to be checked out by then anyway. Checkout's at 11. Okay. Yeah, no, I think it's great. We did get the teaser trailer. Speaking of daughters, a lot of the ladies excited because the Freakier Friday teaser came out. Danielle, this is your wheelhouse.
You want to know what's crazy?
Yeah.
I didn't watch the trailer.
Oh my
because
God.
I don't like spoilers, so I was like, maybe I shouldn't.
I mean,
but I'm gonna figure it out.
You didn't want spoilers? Like, I'm gonna get this. They switch bodies.
I don't want to see a minute 44 of the movie.
I just love that idea of like the sequel to the remake of Freaky Friday.
No spoilers.
The last thing I want is spoilers. Like the original Freaky Friday, was it like, oh boy, I wonder if by the end they'll switch back into the right bodies with a greater appreciation for who the other one is. No spoilers.
How would you know that?
But you mean you think they're going to do that again?
Yes.
You don't think it's going to be a different plot?
No, I think that we're talking about very formulaic Act 1, Act 2, Act 3. I'll tell you about at Act 2. They will have their bodies switched, and at a moment, they'll feel more apart than ever. They'll be doing wild shit with the other one's body. However, by the time we get to Act 3, they'll have a greater appreciation for each other. They'll switch back, and some pop song of the day will play as they're all on the same page at the end.
All right. I wasn't sure if it was going to be like different people switch bodies or something.
It is different people switching bodies.
Oh, is it?
See, that's a spoiler.
Okay, well, I hate to tell you the spoiler.
I know, it's fine.
It's a 4-way switch.
Family.
With them included?
Sorry. Fuck.
Wow.
That's spoiled.
Wow.
This time it's a
Ooh.
4-way switch. Because otherwise, it'd be like this old woman, Jamie Lee Curtis, switching bodies with a 40-year-old. And it's really not that freaky. Like, they could probably have a very adult and frank conversation about the plan to switch bodies back. Like, you know, once you're Lindsay Lohan's age now, it's like if I switch bodies with one of my parents, it's not like I'd be doing anything so insane.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, man, you watch a lot of wrestling, Sam.
You wouldn't go
know?
nuts with Mr. Roberts' body?
I mean, I can't imagine. I'd be like, Dad, how do you wax this mustache? This thing is nuts. You just walk around with this thing on your upper lip all day?
Man, sardines are gross.
Yeah, it's disgusting. No, you got to eat them. You can't let anybody know we
My
switch
body
bodies.
needs them.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm feeling withdrawal symptoms. Have you been drinking the juice after you eat the sardines? You got to drink the juice. Oh, I didn't know. What about the saltines? No, you need...
You need the saltine.
Yeah, my dad's body is used to a certain amount of salt. There's a certain salt intake that has to come in.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
He puts a lot of that in his body.
So no, they had to figure out ways to get younger people involved.
Right, of course. Well, she has a younger brother.
Well, he's not that much. He's only a couple years young. He's also an adult.
They're all in their 40s.
They're all adults.
So you're telling me it's going to be like new people?
Ooh.
Should we just watch the trailer?
I will tell you at the end of the trailer, there's something that I think you're going to flip out about.
Why do they put it in the trailer?
I mean, this is literally just, first of all, because everybody already knows what this movie is.
Yeah,
it'd be like if like
to
Scream came out with a trailer and it's like, you're kidding me. Ghostface is back.
No. Another pet peeve of mine, like I don't even read.
Is this on the list?
Actually, no, but it should be. I don't even read the descriptions on like Netflix about what an episode's going to be about.
I won't do episodes because they can be spoilers.
You.
Also, the still can be a spoiler.
Yeah,
that's
agreed.
right. Yeah.
Agreed. It often is.
You ever watch episode 1? You're like, what's the thing here on episode 4? After the death of the main character you just met. What?
That's how I feel about some trailers.
It makes you totally bothered?
Yes.
Right. All right. Well, I think you should see the trailer for Freakier Friday.
Okay.
I do think, because I want to see what you think. Because to me, I was like, oh, like I can't believe this is getting a theatrical release.
Why wouldn't it?
I mean,
Freaky Friday was huge.
I know, it was a long time ago.
Plus, Disney needs a hit.
They do, and this feels like they're just like, you know what? We've been trying to reinvent this wheel. We already know Woke Snow White is not going to work out.
No.
We're all prepared.
Let's not even give it a premiere.
Yeah, you know what? Don't get used to what you're wearing because we are losing our shirts on this one, okay, guys? We fucked up the whole thing. Let's just be done with that, and let's go back to the Freaky Friday and see if we can get that. I mean, it feels very much like that era Disney movie when they were on a streak of making the teen movies.
Yeah.
They're like, nope, don't rethink this, don't reinvent the wheel, just do it again. And I think, it is the right move. I am surprised. It feels like that whole generation who watched Freaky Friday is now staying at home. You know what I mean? Like they're older.
Oh, yeah.
But.
Oh, that's interesting. Your lifelines. It's like they've intersected before.
Remember?
Mm-hmm. I remember.
You remember when they did? You know what she's talking
that.
about, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
In each other's path.
Right.
Oh, strange. Really? You learned a lesson. A lesson that may serve you again.
Oh.
Okay, that's enough. Thank you. Let's go. Bye.
Earthquake.
Did you feel that?
I think it's just all in our heads.
You know this song?
I do.
6, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Oh, it happened again.
Oh my God!
You're gonna pause for a second. I mean, this is very. Again, this would be like if you watch the teaser for Home Alone 2: Lost in New York, and you're like, "What a spoiler!"
I don't want any spoilers.
The parents are gone. He has to fend for himself against burglars.
Oh my God! What was that?
Oh no, not again.
What's happening?
It's all right.
Who's in my body?
It's okay. It's me, Harp. It's Mom.
Wait, what? If you're me and I'm you, then who is that?
I'm Grandma, sweetheart.
My face looks like a Birkin bag that's been left out in the sun to rot.
Okay, pause for a second. See, Birkin bag. You guys talk about that, right?
Sure, yeah. Let them like trying to appeal to Gen Z.
So, well, you hate Gen Z.
Yeah.
You're a displaced millennial.
Yep.
But see, there's two young girls.
And one of them's British.
One of us British, like Haley Mills, the original Freaky Friday, right? That was her, right? Isn't that Haley Mills?
Like original from like
or was that
60s
the
or something?
That's Parent Trap? I'm thinking
That's the
of.
original Parent Trap.
That's the OG Parent
Yeah.
Trap. That's what I'm thinking. Miss Bliss. That's who I'm thinking of.
I didn't even know there was another Parent Trap. I just know the Lindsay Lohan version.
That's why I got confused with you. I don't know who did it. Whatever. So
that's the best one anyway.
No, the old Haley Mills one's the best one.
Haley Mills is that one is the tits.
That is the tits.
Yeah, I like that one. 'Cause remember they do the little song and everything together.
Yeah, I loved that as a kid.
Yeah, me too.
Dennis Quaid's in the Lindsay Lohan one.
Dennis Quaid's great, but I like him better in the substance. So it's the two, teenage girls, and they have both switched. So Lindsay Lohan is in one of their bodies, and Jamie Lee Curtis is in the British one's
Yeah,
body.
but who's the British? Because obviously the one is her daughter, Lindsay's daughter.
Right.
But who's the British one?
Maybe her daughter's friend. You girls
what?
love your sleepovers.
Of course.
You're like, oh, let's sleep over. It's like,
What
okay.
could happen?
We're going to do makeup and, all kinds of stuff like that.
I'll never be in a grandma's
You know
body.
what I'm saying, right?
Les out?
No, not les out. They're going to do each other's makeup.
You think that's in the Disney movie?
That's not a les out thing. Just because you used to have sleepovers with your dude friends and you guys had masturbation competitions does not mean that the girls are, as you put it, lesing out. No, I don't think so. I think they're just, having a great time. But then they wake up and they switch.
Right.
Sandra, run! How do we fix this?
Last time, we convinced everyone that we were each other.
Remember last time?
I remember.
Dancing. People love dancing.
Girls, that doesn't work. Ow!
I think I just peed a little.
Remember the original one when they ran into each other?
Of course.
Okay, I'll let you know when it's time for you to make your sexy grand entrance.
Sexy grand entrance.
Oh my god.
Like
Told you. That's your. Remember from the first one?
Oh yeah, I do remember.
That guy?
That guy, yeah.
Lindsay Lohan liked that guy in the first one.
Yeah, so
He's
I
back.
feel like some lessons are going to be learned by the end.
Well, I just think they'll develop a greater appreciation for each other. It feels like there'll be a generational split in the beginning, but then realize maybe they're more alike than they ever thought.
right. And a 3-way generational split.
That's right. 3 generations
So-
represented. And not like 3-way like that, not like the lesing out thing that you. I know you get confused again, Troy.
You guys are excited for that movie?
I'm losing my mind.
Yeah, I'll probably pre-order tickets today.
Yeah, I'll probably grab my tickets right now. Yeah, I think it's going to be one of the greats of all time. I smell Oscar buzz.
Yep. Watch out, Sean Baker.
See, is that a Sean Baker movie? It feels like it.
Feels like it.
It's got that vibe.
I mean, I see awards written all over it, so
Yeah.
it has to be.
Who's the writer-director on that?
Let me check. Oh, it's Sean Baker.
Is that A24?
Yep.
That's sick. That's sick that Disney and A24 are coming together. Are you excited about this, Danielle? Are we excited?
Like no.
No, why not?
Like I'm gonna go and it's gonna be great. Sure, no, but
probably see it
I
8
don't
times.
like the new. No, Zendaya's not in it. No, like the new Mean Girls. Like it was horrendous. I wanted to leave the theaters. Like you can't.
I have a lot of opinions about the new Mean Girls. I didn't even see it. But the idea of doing a musical and making trailers as if it's not a musical, it's a dirty, dirty thing to do.
It was just so bad. It was so bad. You know the iconic scene at the end when Regina George like prints all the papers and they all go flying in the hallways about the burn book.
Oh, yeah.
There was not one paper. It was all on phones.
Oh, we hate
You know
that.
what I mean?
We hate
Like
that.
the whole movie was just like pointing out how much has changed.
Get it? Because you all have phones. Who knows
Yeah.
what paper is? Am I right, kids? Am I right, fellow kids?
Yeah.
Yeah, those scenes do have, like, they scream somebody was trying to write
Yes.
for kids that isn't actually one of them.
Mm-hmm.
You still use paper sometimes?
Sometimes, yes.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
All right, I just want to make sure because I was working on a film myself. All right, let's take a break. Sagalo is here. We got to talk to Brendan about what's going on with him. Keep hearing his apartment smells like cats. I don't know. There's a lot to talk about with Brendan. We're going to have him in just a moment. Stay right there. We'll be back.
We will be right back. The Sam Roberts Show. We're back. The Sam Roberts Show.
On April 10th through the 12th, you can get tickets. Of course, his latest special, Thin Lips, is on his YouTube channel, @BrendanSagalow, and his podcast, Sag Daddy Da Pod, is available every Wednesday on all streaming platforms and on YouTube. I tried to put some stank on it.
I like that. Now let me ask you this: do I change the name
from Sag Daddy?
Everybody's saying it like that. They're going Sag Daddy Da Pod.
Well, I mean, listen. I think there's a charm to it, and there's a charm to you.
I hate that.
Yeah, I mean, it's not.
Nobody's
like,
ever said charming and been like, "You're calling me autistic."
Yeah, because it's not like you go like, "There's a charm to it," and that's why I have a deep, profound respect.
Yeah,
for it.
he's got a charm to him.
Right. No, we love. This is what it is. No, we love Brendan.
I don't think I'll do anything that deserves respect ever.
Are you?
I think
it takes us
impossible at this point. I think it's impossible at this point.
Have you tried?
I don't know.
Okay.
Is the thing.
Okay.
I go, everything I do, I go, I think this could have been done better.
I gotcha. I also feel like a lot of times you're in this weird space between like, am I doing this ironically or for real? I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah. Well, I'm dropping a little bit of that. You know, shit's changing.
It is.
I'm getting fatter. I'm getting balder.
Cool, man.
Things are going to start turning around for old now. I have no idea. I mean, you know.
Yeah,
the comments will tell you. Let's. You know what I wish we could do? An after show of this show where we look at how people thought of me after this, and then we just talk about it. And I cut myself.
Right, because that way, just in case you were feeling good about the appearance, we could do an after show where it could just destroy that for you.
Talking troll, we'll call it. Talking troll.
Do you? I mean. Are you that type of person? Can you stay in a positive space, or do you need something to pull you out of it?
Yes.
Yeah.
To both those. I could stay in a positive space.
Mm-hmm.
I have like 2 days of the month where I'm like, you know, kind of in a good mood. And I'm like, I think I'm figuring this shit out. And then it just starts going down again. But here's the thing is once you realize that happens, it's good. You don't feel as bad. You're like, whatever, I'm just having my period or something like that.
This is just part of the cycle.
Yeah, it's just part of the cycle. Yeah. And then you just, you do stuff. I think the world's filled with too many people that are positive.
You do?
I think there's too many people
you think right now the world as we know it is just like the main problem is too many positive like too much good energy floating around.
What I mean, you're so right about that. What I mean is not positive energy. I mean just people being like, I'm the best. There's everybody trying to show their best, and if your best is this angry person about stuff and negative, that's what you're trying to show. I'm political, blah 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 blah. So I think there isn't enough people that are getting online and being like, look, I'm getting fatter. I don't know what's going on.
I haven't quite figured this whole thing out.
I'm depressed, definitely. Clinically depressed.
Yeah.
And like and subscribe.
Right.
know?
No, and I think that could be endearing, people, because I think that you're also surrounded by that, right? Because that's how performers are, and I think there are a lot of comedians that are like, no, bro, I'm crushing it right now. I'm killing it.
Well, I'll tell you what. I mean, even on the walk over here with Travis, I was like, I'm not, how are you? How are you doing? Blah, blah, blah. Did I get the name wrong?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Did Troy walk you over?
That's my Troy, yeah.
I mean, it's confusing. TR.
I
mean, but can you imagine, can you imagine looking at Travis Teft and being like, what? People might confuse me with him?
That's not to make it a shitty thing.
No, this is what's going on.
We should be making fun of Brendan.
You should be making fun of me, but I did catch it, which I think is a good thing.
And you're like, hey, how dare you confuse me for that turd in the corner?
No, here's what happened. Have you ever seen
Freakier Friday?
No, I wish. No, have you seen There Will Be Blood?
Oh, I love that movie.
And have you seen No Country for Old Men?
Love that movie too.
Don't they kind of feel like they should have each other's names a little bit?
I get that.
Okay, I see
That's
where
how
you're
you
going.
guys are.
Yeah. So you think that this whole vibe is more of a Travis,
100%,
and this is more of a Troy, right? Because Travis, you're thinking of like a cool Travis,
There's
like a Travis
V.
Barker. There's the V. I like that. Whereas Troy, it's kind of mundane, like Troy.
Yeah,
like a plop.
Well, I don't want to make fun of anybody's name here. Okay, I'm not trying to.
But the personality,
to get back on their good graces.
I more mean the personality, like just a. Oh yeah, that's.
Well, now you're
Troy.
calling Troy a plop.
Yeah,
no.
why
I'm saying
am I the plop?
no. Actually, I wasn't. I was saying that the name would be associated with a
Look at
plop,
this.
and you
And then he
aren't
looks
the
at
plop.
me.
He is. So I was actually calling him the plop because he should have. You guys said you have a plop name.
And it's hard for Travis because Travis Barker is a really cool dude.
So would that be hard for Travis?
Troy's a pretty cool dude too. That's a cool name, but Troy is like a skinny guy. You know what I mean?
And he's not.
And you're a muscular guy.
But what about that movie Troy?
High School Musical.
High School Musical as well? Disney. Anyway, well, I'm sorry that I
Troy
did that.
Bolton.
But
Troy who?
Zac Efron.
Sorry.
You know,
Dylan's
one who
brother.
can do it all. Plays basketball and performs.
You talking about Kevin Von Erich?
Yeah.
That's how I know Zac Efron.
Oh, really?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so
cool,
Zac
dude.
Efron's name is Troy in High School
Yeah,
Musical.
like that's how. So to my
Yeah.
generation, Troy's a pretty sick name.
Troy is super cool because Zac Efron's super cool.
they're all cool names.
He was.
They're all cool names.
Mm-hmm.
The name that sucks out here right now is Brendan. Well,
yeah.
even what I was saying, like walk in with Troy.
You know that.
It's like, you know, you like there. How are you? How are you? Good, good. But there's a part of me that wants to be like, it's all falling apart.
Yeah.
You go, there's too many windows around here. You know.
Yeah. No, I do. I mean, I don't, but I do. I understand
Nobody
where
gets
one
that.
would.
Nobody gets that.
No?
I've been talking about that on stage, and nobody gets that.
Well, because
nobody gets the feeling of like not being suicidal, but being like having the thought of like, should I kill myself?
I think this is why comics shouldn't hang around with other comics as much as they do. And also, like, podcasting is infecting all of you with this idea that, like, all your conversations are with each other. So you think that everyone thinks like a comic, and nobody thinks like a
Right.
comic.
Right.
Like, all your comic friends
I
are
guess
like,
so.
yeah, you know, I'm hoping to do this hour
Maybe.
over here, or maybe I'll jump out a window. And the audience is like, bro, like,
That's crazy to
I
me,
just
though.
got off work. Like, I just came here to fucking relax and have a good time.
I don't know if it's a comedian thing. I think everybody feels that way.
Why?
Not everybody, but you know, I think there are some people that are like, "Ooh," and even worse, they're not. You know, they don't have an outlet to. They kick it on their fucking radio and be like, "Don't you ever feel that way?" You know?
Right, right.
They have to just say it to.
You don't think comedians are far more depressive and like
everybody's depressed.
Oh, okay. All right, my mistake. You were just saying Troy isn't, but okay.
Troy,
I guess
you
I'm
depressed.
I was. I climbed out of a
There you
bad
go.
hole.
That's one. Out of a
was
bad
not
hole.
anymore because he stopped with the boners. True.
Well,
That helped.
What does that mean?
I don't.
He doesn't
I don't
like
want
his
I don't want to get
boners.
boners anymore.
You know what?
I
I,
don't like
totally get that, dude. I totally get that.
Explain it.
Every boner is a fucking problem.
It is.
Every boner you look at, you're like, God damn it, dude.
Another one.
Yeah, another one.
Yeah,
it
you
sucks.
Hit me with the 4 again.
I think at this point, I think I've gained enough pounds where my name is now 3, maybe,
Right.
maybe even 2.5.
Because they say when you gain weight, the penis size shrinks.
Oh yeah, I mean my whole fucking fupa right now. It looks like your head.
That sucks. Sucks for both of us, honestly.
Yeah. My whole groin area looks like your face and head, dude. Just nose, pubes.
What's got you gaining weight? Delicious food?
Delicious
Yeah.
food.
Yeah.
I'm trying though. I am trying to like. I don't know. I think I'm subconsciously mad that I can't get tall, so I'm trying to fucking go the other way.
That's so great. I love that idea. I'm rebelling
like,
against
God
being
damn
short.
it. Yeah, dude, it really is. Because when you're short,
Right.
You're easy to attack.
Sure.
If you're not agile.
But if you can gain enough weight, people will be like, oh, he's probably like one of those strong fat guys. I don't want to fuck with him too much.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. I do think sometimes I'm not getting fucked with on the train because I'm a big guy.
Sure.
But only if they knew. You know, if they only knew, if they even approached me, I'd be like, you know.
What's your damage right now in terms of gaining weight? Like what food is?
Oh my God.
Are we back to the Burger King trips?
No, but it's not getting any better. It's a different, different strip club. You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally.
It's I got Wendy's last night.
Nice.
You know what it is? It's like I'm trying. I think I fuck up the way I'm eating good food because I do it all during the day.
Right.
And I eat a salad.
Perfect.
Caesar, but it's still a salad.
It's still
It's better
something.
than a greasy cheeseburger.
Right.
And then at night I get so famished.
Because I'm hungry.
Yeah, I'm so famished at night, and then I just fucking.
That's when you get the fast food?
Yeah.
Right, and then go right to bed.
Oh, it's the best feeling in the world.
Honestly, it is.
It really is. And then, sorry, I know we have a lady present here, but in the morning when you take a huge shit,
she's constipated.
You're constipated
My
right
first
now?
conversation on air was literally about shitting. So
Great. Great. What do we do about that? Let's start fixing problems instead of just talking about them.
I love that. I love that. We're a solutions-based program.
Yeah. Anybody get a vacuum? Put it right up her asshole.
You're like, I'm going to find a clever word. Nope, I'm going to go with asshole.
Yeah, so whatever. It's, it is what it is.
Yeah.
You go in and out.
You go to In and Out? That's the problem. I think that's the issue.
No, I mean, I get McDonald's a lot because it's quick and you can I throw those burgers down like fucking Vicodin, dude.
Perfect.
I just fucking pop. I get 2 of them.
Nice.
2 little guys.
These are sliders? No, those are actually full-size hamburgers.
Large fries, I'm dumping them in my mouth.
But you're in a relationship right now, right?
Yes.
So that's helpful.
Yeah, I mean, she's great. She's healthy. She runs. She, You
ever go running with her?
No. What? No. I'm such a fucking fat dork that I'm like the thought of running, I go, well, I don't want to hurt my back.
Smart.
It's not you can't do it.
Yeah.
You would never do it because I can't fucking walk upstairs without being like you know what I mean?
I'm being health conscious. I don't want to ruin my back.
Exactly. I go, well, I don't want back problems. It's more the front I want problems.
Has she invited you on these runs?
No.
She knows. That's a nice.
She doesn't do any of that stuff. Like she's not like. She's like, I'm going to do this. If you want to join me, go for it. But she's like,
no pressure.
No pressure. She does know my pattern of giving up on things like that very quickly. Right. I mean, I've been trying to fast for the past couple of days, and it's going well until nighttime. Like, I have my fucking hours, which is 2 to 8, and then I start eating at 2.
Right. So you just skip breakfast.
Now, why'd you look at me like that? Is that wrong?
No. 2 to 8 is fine, but I don't believe that you're stopping at 8. It just sounds like you're skipping breakfast.
I'm not stopping at 8. I'm skipping.
What time do you wake up?
Like
regular
11, 10:30, 11.
Right. So 11, 12, 1, 2. So it's 3 hours.
And then I get a coffee right in the morning, which quenches the.
Right. Just holds you over.
Yeah. And then I just smoke a blunt, and then I'm just like depressed on my couch.
Sure.
You know what it is?
What?
That was more of a state, like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, so you're saying what it is. Did anybody catch that?
It sounded like a question.
That felt like a hard question mark at the end of that.
I've been trying to change the last word of every sentence, just fucking willy-nilly, so that I feel in the moment.
Yeah, no, I think I get intermittent fasting, but I mean, to just go like, I'm not going to eat for the first 3 hours that I'm awake is not intermittent fasting.
What are you talking about?
What exactly?
What are you talking about right now? Well, what do you
Are you speaking English?
What's your regimen?
Well, no, I mean, I don't eat well. I don't have a great diet at all. I wouldn't be one to give nutrition advice.
How do you stay so slim?
Well, I mean, I do work out a couple, 2 to 3 times a week. I don't like overdo it with the bad food. I don't sit there. I don't binge eat.
Oh, yeah, I'm a
you
big
eat
binger.
strange.
I eat strange.
You'll like take a bite of a sandwich and then let it sit for an hour.
I eat very slowly. That's a good point.
That helps your digestion.
Fast eater.
Yeah.
You think so? Like without even like?
I could eat a 2 cheeseburger French fry meal in like literally 30 seconds.
No, I'll sit there and like.
Oh yeah,
I'll graze like crazy, especially at home. Like there are times where like a plate will be sitting there for like 90 minutes, and I'm like, no, I'm not done.
Your kids eat quicker than you?
They're rapid. They're like, I'm done. Insane. Can I be excused? I'm like, yeah, just leave my plate.
It's
where it
weird,
is.
but it's good that you do that.
Well, then I won't stop. Thank you.
Yeah,
I don't feel like you're enjoying the food when you do that.
I don't think he
Gets
really
cold.
likes food.
You think he's just eating because he has
just
to
eating
eat?
as a necessity.
He's here.
I
you
wish
could ask
I had
him.
that.
You could just ask
Are
him.
you eating as a necessity?
Yeah. Sustenance. Yeah, no, I'm not one of these guys.
He's not
who's
a
like,
pleasure eater.
No,
You're not
I
a
like.
foodie.
No, I'm not a foodie at all. I pleasure drink soda though.
Then what's your thing, pervert?
Wrestling. Men in bikinis.
No.
Because the bikinis are cut higher than a wrestling trunk.
There's got to be a thing that you do when you feel bad that you like, because I stress eat, I binge eat, I depressive eat.
Sure.
There's got to be something you got, dude. You got to be wary of guys that aren't fat because they're all pedophiles.
By the way, you're the only fat person here.
Yeah, well, I'm surrounded by pedophiles. What is this, fucking Hollywood?
No, I mean, look, I don't get into depressive ruts that last hours and days and whatever. I mean,
busy for that.
Yeah, I got a lot going on, bro. I got 3 kids. I got 3 jobs.
You don't have time to be depressed.
No, I don't. I'm like Jesse Ventura. I ain't got time to bleed. Okay.
Yeah, that's why my depression. That's why.
I mean, you're not doing shit.
I go. What am I doing today?
But you're not. Like you're waking up at 11 o'clock in the morning and smoking a blunt until 2 p.m. Like I mean, why are you saying like that's like it's sarcastic? You don't do anything.
That's not my choice. That's not my choice.
No?
No.
Okay.
No, it is. But I get up and I'm immediately like, oh, I feel bad.
But if of course you do. But if
I'm eating at night.
Sure. But if you if you woke up at 9 o'clock in the morning every morning and went to the gym,
go for a walk.
What do you
go for
Kevin
a walk?
Hart?
What, waking up at 9 a.m. is Kevin 9 a.m. is Kevin Hart? 9 a.m. is not crazy. 9 a.m. I was thinking of what's doable. You could go to sleep at 1 o'clock in the morning and still get 8 hours, wake up, hit a Planet Fitness, grab a couple Tootsie Rolls on your way out so you're still, not going all the way. They have Tootsie Rolls and they have Pizza Fridays.
I need someone to make a call right now.
Yeah, I mean, just, get the ball rolling a little bit, but...
I'm trying. It's so hard, man. I'm trying with little things, like
what?
No soda.
Okay. How's that going?
Bad. I had soda last night.
You can't have fast food without soda.
But soda's so good, by the way. I don't know. And they keep coming out with new flavors.
I know.
And you got to try them.
Oh, no, I always laugh because I walk up to that big thing, the Coke machine, that has like thousands of different flavors, and I'm like, wow, regular Coke.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the big shit that you got to cut out because it's filled with fucking sugars.
Right.
I'm trying to be more calm. I'm like, sugars cause cancer. Now I'm only drinking regular cold brew. No sugar, no nothing.
Okay.
Just toxins of caffeine.
Right. No. I take my cold brew black as well. So
okay.
There you go.
Okay.
Right. And then what would your 2 p.m. gorge be?
I'm gonna try and get a salad.
I woke up at 11 a.m. I've been fasting since 11.
Well,
I better do a double lunch.
I'm telling you, dude. If I can just eat at like 7 o'clock and just fucking relax and chill, I'll shed weight. But I can't.
Right.
Because everything fucking sucks.
Right. That's the problem. Everything sucks, and you're trying
it's
to
not
just
my fault.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's just not my fault.
It isn't.
No.
It isn't.
It's everybody against me.
You think everyone's against you?
No.
Do you think most of your professional shortcomings are somebody else's fault?
No. No, they're all my fault.
Yeah?
Yeah. Every last one of them.
Okay. I don't think you believe that.
Well, I'm sure there's some that are other people's faults. You know what I mean?
I do know what you mean.
For the most part, I think it's all on me.
I mean, I try to control what I can control, not attempt to control what I can't control, and move on. I got things to do. You know what I'm saying? I know I probably sound like Kevin Hart right now. These unrealistic
Any kind
goals.
of healthy. Anyone's like, yeah, I started going to the gym. Like, whoa, Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
What are you, Mark Wahlberg?
Yeah, exactly.
No, I have a gym membership that just is burning a hole in my fucking wallet.
To which gym?
To which gym? That's just
to which gym do you? To which gym doth thee belong?
New York Sports Club.
Okay, see, that's good,
and that's a good one. That's a great gym. I'm spending $50 a month just to fucking say hi to it every once in a while. But you know what?
Is that one of those things where you're like, okay, if I pay for because Planet Fitness is like $10 a month, but the whole business model is for people like you who would just pay the $10 a month and never go.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
$50 a month. $50 a month feels like you do it to motivate yourself, right? Because you're like, if I'm putting down $50 a month, I'm not just going to waste it. Yeah. And then what do?
You waste it.
You do.
You waste it.
You do.
And then I'm also spending so much money on like food that I'm ordering and all that stuff.
Uber Eats.
Oh, I don't do Uber Eats. I do Grubhub.
Okay. Still, they tax it like crazy.
Yeah, it's insane. But then once you're doing it over and over and over again, you're like, fuck it, I don't give a shit. You know what I mean? It's all this. It's just like
self-destructive.
I could spend that. I've been spending that, and nothing's happened. You know what I mean?
I'm still here.
I'm still here. I didn't die.
Right.
No, I went to the gym. I was going to the gym 3 times a week.
Okay.
That might be a lie. It might be once.
There was 3 times in 1 week.
and I was feeling good, and I was, I look like a fool when I go to the gym because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm wearing clothes that I think are gym attire. You know what I mean? Like some fucking like gym shorts and like
no, I get it. I totally get it.
And there's real fucking people that know what they're doing, and I'm like doing it wrong probably. Like I'm probably like hurting something in my ankle by doing like a whatever
probably.
that is.
But I bet have very strong ankles. Based on
buddy, you want to see my fucking ankles?
I mean, let's see them. They got a lot to support.
Shut up.
No, I'm just saying they're strong.
Come on,
I'm
Sam.
Oh, God.
You're saying there's a lot of weight above the ankle.
Yeah.
I mean, that's where most of it would be on anybody. That's all.
I got a comment.
No, you're not.
You're not helping.
You pretend like you
No,
are.
no,
but you're
it's
not.
okay. It's okay, boys.
Are you okay?
It's all right.
Are you okay?
I'm okay.
Okay, good.
And I'm trying to stay off Ozempic. I'll tell you what.
Why?
I'm not putting shit in my body. Are you kidding?
You put shit in your body every day. You eat fast food every night.
Yeah, but that's been tested for years and years and years. We know what McDonald's does.
Right,
Okay.
bad.
This is Ozempic year 1.
Right,
What are you doing?
You think it's gonna be worse than McDonald's every night?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. You're putting some toxin in your.
Yeah, that's what McDonald's make. Yeah, I mean, yeah. You tend to lash out sometimes.
Oh, I lash, dude. Yeah,
I enjoy it.
Yeah.
Well, okay, this is going to be crazy because it's an investment. But have you considered? This is what I did.
Okay.
I decided to make a heavy duty investment and get a personal trainer at a gym because I knew I'd be in the same scenario as you, where it's like I would feel like I feel stupid doing this. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm at this point in my life, like to show up as a rookie looks ridiculous. But if you get the personal trainer, they can just tell you, this is when you show up. Just do this.
Well, I'll tell you what. Okay. I went to the gym. I was going to the gym. I was doing badly, whatever. And some young man approached me.
Nice.
A nice looking Afro-American gentleman.
Nice.
And he said, "What's up, boss?" And I went, "What's up, man?" And he goes, "Do you have a personal trainer? Would you like to practice one?" You know how they do that? They fucking walk around the goddamn gym.
Yeah.
Soliciting?
You don't like that?
I'm gonna wear a shirt. Yeah, no soliciting.
No solicitors.
Let me be weird. Okay, let me figure this out.
Let me not get anything done on my own.
Yes, exactly.
Right.
Well, it is wrong to feel that way for sure.
Okay.
And I know that, but I haven't gone to the gym since.
Well, if I'm to be approached, I'm just going to give you $50.
Yeah, it made me feel weird. I'm now paying to not have to talk to that
But
guy.
weren't you just complaining that you're probably doing everything wrong?
Yes.
Because your ankles?
Yes. Well, I'll tell you what. Things are starting to change for old saggy balls.
I was just going to ask about that.
Things are starting to change for old saggy balls.
That's the new name of the podcast,
I was
right?
watching The Simpsons. And
Saggy Balls with Brendan?
Saggy Balls, the God, or whatever.
Yeah.
And, yeah, I was watching The Simpsons, and Homer. It was when he was really fat, and I'm like that weight now.
When he was gaining the weight to go on disability.
Yes,
He's wearing.
Oh, so you're saying
I'm not like 900 pounds. How?
No, he was like 2.
Ooh,
6. What was
He was
it?
wearing
Yeah.
muumuus.
What was Homer's muumuu weight?
Well, it was like 260, 270.
Yeah, it was like 265. I almost want to say, because he was gaining.
265 is my goal.
315.
315.
Yeah.
That is
because
big.
he would be considered disabled if he weighed 300 pounds.
How close? Oh, hey, that's right. And he was trying to get to 300 pounds, and then he took his belly off the towel rack and went, ooh. He had done extra.
So I am 275.
Okay.
It's bad.
Mainly muscle.
It's all brain.
Yeah.
It's all brain. Yeah. So I'm starting to go, maybe that's a good idea.
Well, why don't you go find that gentleman? Go find that gentleman and see, if he would be your personal trainer.
Maybe he got away.
Yeah, that's right, because if there's one thing that the gym will never have, it's personal trainers for hire.
Well, I kept signing up for classes and just not showing up.
Smart.
So I don't know if they'll be mad at me.
Yeah, they're probably mad at you while they're collecting your $50 a month for nothing.
I know.
Again, by the way, you're in charge. You're the one paying to go there.
Yeah,
you would
true.
be in charge of it. You can sign up for every class and not show
Alright.
up.
I go, hey, things are going to start changing around
Yeah,
here.
that's right. In case you didn't know, I'm the boss.
Make that machine make Frosties.
Yeah. Can you put some sugar in that protein shake? I'm bringing my own ice cream next
in
time.
that corner, I want a recording studio. I'm in charge.
Yeah. I think, and what
Gets
you would,
you out of the house,
and
too.
this is what you would do. This is how you kill two birds with one stone. You make a pledge to yourself. Do you make pledges to yourself?
I don't even know what that is.
It's like the Pledge of
Like
Allegiance.
of allegiance,
Right,
yes.
right. How you pledge your allegiance, but you pledge to yourself.
I don't make pledges to myself
Okay.
because I'm a bad businessman. I don't trust myself as a businessman.
Okay. All right. That's fair.
I've fucked me over before. You know what I mean?
You don't want to deal with you again.
McCannon tried to say that. He was like saying how Kobe would make a deal with himself, and he's like, you got to go to the gym today, blah blah blah, and you never break a deal with yourself. And I was like, if you're allowed to break any deal with somebody, it's yourself.
Right, you lie to yourself constantly.
Yeah, I'm always like, yeah, you'll do it, right? Me and myself are in cahoots of not getting anything done.
You make a deal with yourself, and your other self goes, "Do you believe that sucker bought it?"
Yeah. I'm counting money, sucker.
Yeah. No, but what you would do is, because you'd obviously have to make an investment, you have to pay for a personal trainer. So if you go, I'm going to use the money that I would be spending on whatever your Grubhub.
Yeah.
Use the money that I would be spending on Grubhub on a personal trainer. Now you're starting to solve the problem. Do you see?
Yeah, but now there's another problem.
Go ahead.
I'm hungry.
I'm famished.
I'm starving.
Yeah.
No, but what do I do for food?
Grab some cold cuts from the supermarket. No?
You can make healthier options.
Cold cuts aren't that healthy.
They're healthier than whatever you're getting on Uber Eats.
Yeah.
You're like, you know what?
I get like a deli burger.
Cold cuts you do not.
I get deli burgers.
You just told me, what'd you get last night?
Well, Wendy's.
So shut the fuck up.
But I do. There's a place near me that I also get burgers, but they're still bad. I'm not saying I get a bacon cheeseburger, medium rare.
Right. So if you just start
with fucking drop.
If you start with cold cut sandwiches, that would be better. If you bought cold cuts at the grocery store.
I'll tell you what. I also had a day where I did go buy cold cut. I was in the healthy mode. I was coming up. I was coming up out of the darkness.
Yeah.
I got cold cuts. I got out of the darkness. Yes. I got cold cuts.
Nice.
I got good chips. I'm using this app right now.
I got the kettle chips.
That Feeney showed me. There's this app. It you can scan things.
Oh, for it's
called Yuka.
Oh, I think I've heard about this, where you scan it and it tells you what
it
really, really bad.
If it's good or bad, and they give you healthier options.
This feels like did I hear about this maybe from a Bob Kelly podcast? This feels like
I don't know, maybe I don't know.
And then it feels like Bob Kelly had this.
You gotta try Yuka, dude.
Doesn't that feel like a Bob Kelly thing? And then he instilled his wisdom upon Feeney.
Oh, maybe.
And then Feeney decided to teach his friend Sagalo about it. That feels like it checks out.
Look, I don't care about the Oregon Trail. Fuck me. God damn it.
Origin.
God damn it. That's why I
tried to caulk the wagon.
Words.
Yeah. Oregon Trail.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I'm not sponsored by it, so let's not talk too much about it.
What, Oregon Trail? I didn't know they were sponsoring.
Yuka.
Because if they are, I'm king of Oregon Trail. If they're sponsored, they're throwing around money.
Yeah, so
but you're scanning shit.
I scanned shit. I got some healthy food, whatever.
Right.
And then it's hard to make a habit.
Yes, it is. You got to do it multiple times and over the course of weeks.
Yeah.
That's what they say about soda, right? The people who can quit soda for 2 months,
you're good.
Then they're good. Except that's a tough 2 months.
When I was I stopped drinking soda in college, and then I went so fucking long, and then I was like, let me get a little soda, and it's just been like
downhill ever since.
It's
so good.
Dude.
It tastes so good when it touches your lips.
I know. I have like a Scarface-esque arc with soda.
With soda, yeah, I get it. I get
right
that.
Back into it.
I get it.
Told my sister.
Joe in Albany has a question. What's up, Joe?
Hey, a question for Brandon. If you found out your girlfriend had like a fat fetish,
that's so funny.
And that's why, she was, stay fat for mama. Like would you? I'm not saying that's how she talks, but just something like that. And would that make you? I feel like that might make you.
Would that make you upset?
Want to lose weight because it make you uncomfortable?
Yeah. What if you found out there was a fat fetish?
It wouldn't make me uncomfortable. It would make me. Be like, someone wants me a certain way, and I would go the opposite.
Really?
Yeah, because I'm just like that. I'm stubborn. You know what I mean?
I'm not doing this for you.
But I asked her that. I did ask. I was like, do you have like a fat fetish? And she was like, no. Which could be a lie. But why would she lie?
I don't know.
It wouldn't make me go anyway, though, because I love her very dearly.
And also, you love food.
Yeah, if she had a fat fetish, I'd be like, problem solved.
Yeah, this is great.
Yeah, I would say I'm doing it for her.
Although I have heard that you guys are role playing.
Oh, you heard about that?
I heard that you're role playing. This is just what I heard. I don't know if it's true.
She tries. Yeah, she
That's
tries.
right.
We did that. We did it once. It's funny too. I don't know how personal I'll get with it, but we had started as a joke.
We're just kidding.
Yeah, just kind of like an ironic, like blah blah blah. And she would call me Gronk. And
that's the name of a famous football player.
I know. She didn't know that. I go, Gronk.
She didn't know that?
She didn't know that.
He's super famous.
I know. She didn't know that.
It feels like
the name she made up.
Yeah,
she was totally thinking about Gronk.
She's not thinking about. I mean, maybe, but I told
nobody
her.
comes up with that name.
So
I like
No, that's like a brain rot thing.
Gronk?
Yeah.
Like Gronk is like a stupid like Gen Alpha, Gen Z,
If
like
it
baby
wa-
Gronk.
Exactly.
That's right, and that's the same thing that I told my wife when I was like, "Oh, I'm going to call you Aubrey Plaza." I was like,
Plaza.
it's just a brain rot thing.
Undertaker is just a brain rot.
Yeah. Call me Susan Sarandon.
That's right. That's right.
Well, whatever. So we tried that once.
How old is she? Is she a younger lady than you?
She's a few years younger. She's about 12 years old.
Okay, all right. So that does check out.
Yeah, I met her at a Baby Shark concert.
Oh, cool. So it's been a couple years.
Yeah,
That's nice.
It's been a couple years.
That's
It's
nice.
been a couple years. Yeah,
That's
we
nice.
waited until
There was a courtship.
She's 26. She'll be 27 in a few months.
Okay,
And
so she's
I'm-
on the cusp of brain rot.
Yeah,
On the cusp.
Yeah, she has her whole own generation of things and stuff. Like,
Right.
I mean, it really is like. I mean, it's hack at this point, but like, I'll be like, "Do you know fucking? Do you know like the Goofy movie?" And she'll be like, "What?"
You ask her about the Goofy movie?
I love the Goofy movie.
I mean, I guess.
Are you yucking me?
No, because I heard with the role play you did like step siblings.
We did do that. Yes. Yes.
Was that when you were like, I didn't know how personal we were gonna?
Oh, I was going to come to that. Well, she calls me her stepbrother Gronk.
Oh, what? Wouldn't it be great if you found out she's got family in New England?
Honestly, I shouldn't even be talking about this anymore.
Go ahead.
Just for the sake of her and
Go
her
ahead.
family.
Yeah.
Okay, we don't need to bring that shit up.
Go ahead.
And not like there's any stigma about
No,
it.
there's no
obviously.
shame.
I mean, there was a kind of a thing where I was kind of into it, but I
Right.
have a sister. It's that kind of stuff is hard because it's like I don't want to picture my real sister. But that one night, though,
You did.
no.
Oh.
I mean,
sorry.
who knows what happened? But,
Right.
But it was actually not too bad, and I like woke up. I have trouble with that. I'm not gonna, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna role play. That's hard.
Especially when you're that deep into it, like situationally.
Yeah, and
But
but
you have to pretend like, oh, don't tell Dad.
I just, yes, that's exactly what it is. It's
Yeah.
hey, Dad's coming. Dad's not home. Blah, blah, blah. And we laugh, and then she's kissing me, and then I'm like, are we doing this? Like, are we actually doing that? Because I don't want to do that.
And also, you got to worry that like, is my improv even good enough to like if
And it's not.
if I can't come up with a line,
And
like
it's not. It's not.
You don't
You see
think
how
so?
hard I'm doing on the radio and podcasts.
how hard you're doing.
How hard I am.
You said how
You
hard.
see
I'm
how hard
doing.
I am. Yeah, how hard I'm doing. How hard it is for me to be doing.
Yeah.
How hard I'm doing.
I mean, anybody can see how hard I'm doing. Huh? Sentences are difficult.
They are.
Yeah.
They are, especially when there's pressure.
You think there's pressure? You feel pressure?
All the time.
Is it because of the step sibling stuff?
No, it's because of my fucking stomach over here.
Okay.
No, it's that. But there is like a she'll start doing that and laughing, and I'm like, and I kind of play the Gronk role, which is this kind of, I would say, lack of a better word, like idiot kind of
Sure.
caveman,
Sure.
guy,
Right.
And I'll be like, me hungry for pussy.
That's cool. That's cool. That probably gets her all lathered up.
I really am terrible at improvising during it,
Especially because then you're also like, even if you get a good one, like you're looking at her for a reaction and it takes her right out. Like what?
improvising as sexy is not. I don't like that.
Because again, like as a comedian, you come from a world where like you improv for laughs.
Yeah. I can't improv. I have no practice of improvising to be sexy.
Right.
It's all laughs.
You've never thought of yourself as like a sexy comedian?
Well, of course, I've thought of myself as a sexy comedian. I don't know if that's the truth, but yeah, I mean, no, I've never. I'm not even when I get girls. When I get girls, what the fuck was that? When I get girls, it's because I'm funny. You know what I mean? Like,
Yes.
it's all funny the entire way. I'm holding in the depression.
Right. Do you actively do that when you're like, no, I think this is going well. Like, let me just stay upbeat and fun.
No, I think it's out of my life when it's like a new thing.
The endorphins kick in.
Yeah, I mean, there is that, but also it's still there. Like when I'm with her, I'm like, oh, I feel good. Like this feels great. But then when I'm alone, it's like dark.
So at what point in the relationship will you tell somebody, hey, just so you know, this is around the corner? It's not happening right now.
All the time I tell her.
You tell her.
Well, I've started saying, I'm like, I really do think I get like a period. I think like towards a certain point of the month, what we were talking about before.
Right. That just happens. The cycle begins.
It begins.
Naturally.
It begins. And,
right.
and just knowing that, I just can give her a little heads up. Hey, I'm starting to spot.
That's good.
I'm spotting.
That's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is she a comedian?
Yeah, she's a comic.
Okay.
Yeah.
You love dating comics.
I really do.
It's one of your favorite things to do.
I really do. I mean, it's just it's the same reason I go to Alan, the comic therapist. They just get it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Plus, that way you can keep everything within the comedian community.
Yeah,
and that's healthy.
Yeah, I keep all my diseases. Killing the people it should be killing.
It just all cycles around.
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't know where to meet other people, and also
that's true.
There's I just don't know where to meet them,
and there's a familiarity of like like nobody's going like, oh, I don't understand this, and you're like, I don't want to.
Yeah, I don't want to have to explain anything like that. I mean, I barely want to you don't want to do that anymore,
right?
So and she's just great and she's funny. So it's like
I mean, if you're happy, and you can play the Harry Potter game again. So like everything's good,
buddy. I can't fucking believe that. You know, at one point, this is how much of a fucking bitch I was in that relationship. I went up to her and I was like, "Hey, look." Oh, this is so fucking lame. But I was like, if I played Harry Potter on Twitch, and I used the money that I got from that, and I donated it to an LGBTQ community, would you allow me to play the game? I think about that moment a lot.
To play that.
I think about that moment a lot because I'm like, how beaten down was I?
Yeah.
That I was like, you don't realize it when you're in it.
That's right.
And then you get out and you're like, I can't believe I fucking did that. I can't believe I was like, please, pretty please. And literally I remember her in the kitchen. She's in the kitchen. She's making some fucking bullshit.
Sure.
Now, her food was good. She made good food. And
I still love her.
I'm like, no. I was like standing in the doorway and I'm like, so like, okay, let me ask you this. What if by the way, I had no money on Twitch. I had no followers, nothing. I was like, maybe I'm lying.
You weren't in a financial position to be an ally.
Yeah, I go. I'm like an early charity. I go, well, 90% of that has to go to me, so I can subsidize.
Of course.
But I just remember her going, Brendan, no, and I was just like,
okay.
Oh my god, it sticks with me. That moment sticks with me a lot.
It is.
I'm like, what are you, my fucking mom?
Right.
And that would be the arguments. I go, well, you know what? I don't need your permission.
Right.
That would become that. And I don't need your permission to do that shit.
I mean, playing a video game is not like a bad thing, but also you're 100% right. When you're in one of those relationships, like you kind of get there slowly,
right?
And then once you're in, and you sometimes don't know how did it get here? How did it get here?
Yeah.
And that's one of those moments that you don't really, really realize until you're out of it.
Right.
Like I've had those, way back when, where you have those moments where you're like, oh, this is normal. Like you feel great in a relationship.
Yeah.
And then you realize you were in such a bad one before. Like this feeling great for me is most people's normal.
Oh man, dude.
It's such a trip.
The other like a couple of months ago, I was talking to a friend who was having boyfriend issues, and she's like, "Oh my god, and he does this and da-da-da-da." And I was like, "Dude, I'll tell you what everybody told me. This isn't normal." And then he was standing right behind me, and they're both comics, and I was like, "Oh, what's up, man?" And now he doesn't fucking talk to me. I don't think he likes me, but that's okay. But
but it's not normal.
No, it's not normal. I mean, it's
that
not
level
normal.
of
if you're not. The shit that is not normal. Like if someone's like, oh man, she's so mad at me because of fucking toothpaste or something. I gotta, I'm always late or gas in the car. It's like nobody's having that sadness, like walking around being like, oh, she always tells me to put gas in the car.
Right.
It's like you just kind of. But if somebody's like, you can't play a video game, you can't watch this thing, you can't make up your own fucking mind. And you know what? I kind of get it a little bit. Because with everything that's going on politically, there was a part of me that was getting into it. Like I was watching all this news and shit,
right?
And I was like, how could we fucking live like this?
Right.
Why does nobody give a shit? And that started to raise and raise. And I was like,
sure.
Oh, whoa. I was like, that's how it fucking happens. That's how people go. Like, that's how you have, you're saying to your boyfriend, you can't play that video game.
Sure.
Because these people are so fucking into it.
Right. And you're right. I shouldn't be playing. You're right. I should. And it's the same thing on the other side. That's how people end up like devoting their families to QAnon and like,
exactly.
like just going deep down this road that you have no idea how to turn around
exactly.
from.
And you know what? With the fucking video game, it's not like I was playing J.K. Rowling the game, okay?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not walking up to people, press X to discriminate. You know, so
Brendan couldn't play Harry Potter because J.K. Rowling is a turf.
I had a very liberal and just go sure. Yeah, sure. Well, how do you feel about that? Because you got glasses.
Harry Potter also had glasses. Is that or?
No. Where's the connector?
No.
I don't think that was his. I don't think there was one.
I was just saying, you've you know,
just trying to be helpful.
You look like my ex-girlfriend, who would be like you can't play that fucking game, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah,
I'm sure you're not like that.
Well, I mean, no, like I'm not a fan of J.K. Rowling for all that stuff, but it's like I still watch
allowed
Harry
to play
Potter.
the video
yeah,
game?
like you know,
you can still enjoy it.
Yeah,
it's
separating
how I feel.
the artist, whatever.
Yes, that's how I feel.
Plus, it's several steps removed.
Yeah.
You know,
and
it's a wizardry thing.
It is, and you know what? You know what really annoyed me is there was a fucking argument. You know what I mean? There is an argument to not wanting your fat 33-year-old boyfriend to be playing video games at 3 p.m. all day.
Yeah, but you were doing it for profit on your Twitch.
Yeah, I was making money.
A lot of money.
Yeah, I was doing it for the donations.
Yeah, I'm building a brand, honey.
Yeah, to all 20 people that would be in there being like, you suck. I go, okay, please donate.
20 people just there to be like, hey, you suck.
Yeah, hey, just came in to say you suck, going back to Lewis's stream. Oh, cool, thanks. Thank you, fans.
So glad the exposure's doing the trick.
Yeah. Maybe subtraction is addition.
Yeah.
But, you know, there is an argument to not wanting, like, I come in 5 seconds, and then she's, like, laying in bed unsatisfied, and she hears me in the other room, like, turn, blink, like that. The Xbox turns on, and I'm like, expecto patronum.
No, there is, you have to pick and choose your spots. And you do, I feel like at a certain age, have to be able, if you want to play video games, you also have to be able to be like, this, I'm accomplishing this.
Yes.
Therefore, this is fine. Like this is balance. This is what balance is.
Yeah.
But if you're like, I play video games after I leave you unsatisfied sexually, then that balance is a little off.
I go, babe, I'm going on.
Yeah.
Give her a forehead kiss.
It was good for me, babe.
Yeah.
I'm going to go.
That was so good. My stupid, fat, flat ass is just walking away.
She just sees you still nude with a headset on, playing your game.
Where are we landing, boys?
That was amazing, babe.
Guys, if you could smell my fingers right now. No, I get it. But I get where she comes from, too. Like, in her world, that shit is important.
Sure.
But it's like, I'm not...
It's not a match.
Ask me how I feel.
Yeah, that's right.
Just ask me how I feel.
Hey, is it true that your apartment smells like cats?
Who told you that?
I don't remember.
Who squealed?
I don't remember.
It also smells like pigs. That's why I said who squealed.
I gotcha.
Does it smell like cats? I can't. I don't know anymore.
That's what I said. I was privy to a conversation where they were like, I can't believe that Brendan says that he can't smell his own apartment. His apartment definitely smells like
you
cat.
were talking to Mike Cannon. He's the only person that talks about it.
And then I'm not going to say who it was, but he was like, look at this microphone I got from him.
Yes,
it's covered in cat hair.
Yeah.
Would you like to do my podcast, Beautiful Boys? I'm not going to say who it was.
Oh, you were there. Yes,
I'm not going to say who
Mike
it was.
Cannon and yeah. He seems to have a problem with that, but that's okay. No one else seems to have an issue, and if they do, they're not. They're not talking to me about it. I just realized there's a camera facing me, and I just got very insecure about it.
You did?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're putting all this out for everyone to see.
Oh, Jesus. I have a cat, so what?
Right. Just the one? The mic was covered in cat hair.
He's the best, too.
Does he piss all over?
He pisses in his box.
Yeah. Because Troy has a cat, but doesn't like smell like cats and stuff like that. Not that I've never said that you smell like a cat, but they tell me.
Do I smell like a cat?
I haven't smelled that. But they tell me your apartment like reeks of cats.
Who said that?
I'm not saying. I'm just saying.
I don't know what to tell you, man. That's the price to pay to have a fucking little friend there.
I guess
you know what I mean? I'll have I don't smell it. I don't care. I mean, I also, anytime someone's coming over, I vacuum. I clean the litter box. Okay. Clean the shit up.
I don't know. Okay. I'm just, because that's why I asked.
Mike, get in here.
Right.
You know he's listening.
He probably, and maybe, and I don't know if his producer, Nicole, I don't know.
Oh, Nicole said it too.
No, I don't know about that. I didn't say
balls
that.
on Nicole. Wow. Okay.
I don't know. I just need to know, though.
I got a couple of traitors in the midst. That's fine. I got a lot of enemies. Got a lot of enemies.
Right.
Got a lot of people trying to drain me of this energy.
Yeah.
But they will not take away
from a
N-word.
Right. So this whole Kendrick Drake thing, you're like, Drake.
I don't know. It's all in the past. At this point, you kind of like, you go like, what was that from both of them? You're like, what the fuck was that? But I'm not in that world at all. So
no,
I'm just
what world? I mean, you rap.
Yeah, I mean, what am I going to talk about it? Who wants to? I'll say this though. I did read recently.
Go ahead.
That the Kendrick Lamar you can save someone's life to CPR.
Yeah.
With that "Not Like Us" song.
Boop 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 boop.
Yeah, you go. Yeah, you go. They not like us. They not like us.
That's
Isn't that
great.
hilarious?
Yeah.
Imagine you're choking and then someone's like, I hear you like I'm young. You'd be like, did I go to hell? Yeah, but that's cool. That's cool. I don't care. I hope both of them live happy lives. That's all I care.
You're such a big person.
I'm being political with people that'll never be in the same room as me ever. Actually, I was in the same room as Kendrick once. I went to Saturday Night Live.
You did?
Yeah, and he was the musical guest.
That was a while back, though.
Yeah,
it wasn't this season.
Well, what's your point?
I'm just saying, like, to be like, yeah, one time several years ago, I went to Saturday Night Live and saw Kendrick Lamar as the guest. It's like, okay.
Why do you hate things that you don't understand?
I understand it. Just a while ago. I went to SNL once, too.
Great.
You know? You see what I'm saying?
I'm happy for you.
Like,
who is the musical guest?
I don't even...
I'm not watching nothing.
Watch
you
this.
watch this.
Watch this.
I'm flipping him off.
A few years back, I went to SNL and Emily Blunt was the host.
Cool.
See how that's not that interesting?
I think that's cool.
No, because you just made... You see, Travis, you're the producer.
Yeah.
Is that story interesting enough for air?
Are you sure you're not Troy?
See, I like that. That's better.
That's a stupid story.
Yeah. That's why I didn't plan on telling it.
Okay. Yeah, but even stupid stories are liquid to big conversations.
Liquid?
It's oil for big conversations.
Oh, I gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're killing it, dude. You're killing it. You're the best. Brendan Sagalow is performing at the Helium in Portland on April 10th through the 12th. I would tell you, go out and see him. He is great. He is hilarious, and you know he is hilarious because he keeps bagging all these comedian broads.
Yeah, they think I'm funny.
Yeah,
but they got problems of their own. She's actually very good, though.
Not her, though.
Not her. I love her to death. Unless she betrays me.
him.
Yeah. Please let me keep playing the video game.
Yeah. She doesn't give a shit. Yeah.
Go see Brendan at the Helium. Watch his special Thin Lips. It's on his YouTube channel, Brendan Sagalow. And of course, Sag Daddy DePaud has everybody talking right now. Everybody loves it. It's fantastic. Watch it on Brendan's YouTube channel or listen to it wherever you get podcasts. It's always a pleasure, man. You're the best.
I love you very much.
We're going to do the after show now where we go through all the comments.
Here we go. He sucks. Sagablow sucks.
Sagablow. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
This has been Sam Roberts Show. If you missed anything or want to hear it all over again, check out Sam Roberts Show on the SXM app.
Family member of his and like, oh shit, yeah, my bad.
Yeah, don't wear it to a whole concert. Courtney would hate it.
I would think.
Wow.
I would think. All right, guys, have a great morning.
Thanks, Rocky. She may appreciate what's written.
Don't say anything.
Well, there are theories.
There's theories. I'll say that.
Incorrect.
Who's to say?
Who knows?
Corey and Rockland.
Hey guys, I once took a ride 2.5 hours from my house in North Carolina up to go see Andre the Giant's house.
How big was the door?
And it was giant. It was giant. No, you go up there. I mean, it's in a small town that like America forgot, and you just basically you pull up as far as you get into the driveway. You get up, you see there was a lake where Andre once took a famous picture of him fishing. You see a big red barn. So I jumped out, I grabbed some dirt, and then I left.
You got dirt from Andre's house?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because there's also word that he got cremated there and, scattered on the grounds. So
maybe he got some ash.
Never know. Yeah, maybe got a little Andre ash.
Oh, and especially if he got cremated in his wrestling gear, then it's like, that's double.
Yeah, but I hope it was the old blue trunks and not the heel
I got
the heel
you.
singlet.
I got you, Babyface Andre. Yeah. I get it.
Yeah, that's what I want. Because that's who I grew up with originally. Was Babyface Andre with the big afro.
Sure,
they cut it.
Sure. Thank you, Corey.
Yeah. Take it easy, guys.
Later. Yeah, he turned on Hogan, Andre. People couldn't believe it.
Why did he go to the singlet then?
It was like a one strap.
Yeah. Why did he move to that if he was in trunks?
I think he was gaining weight.
Oh, he wanted to hide it a little bit.
Well, he was already, he's a big giant man in these he was wearing blue and then he was wearing yellow trunks. And so I think there's just something.
Trunks or bikini? Because Troy was talking about bikinis earlier.
Well, they weren't.
That the guys wear.
Cut.
The wrestlers wear bikinis.
Yeah, the wrestlers.
The cut wasn't high enough to be a bikini. That's the difference between a brief and a bikini brief.
It's like someone wear thongs.
Yeah. Was Andre wearing a thong?
No, only Rikishi wore a thong. And I want to put that on the record. Barrett in New York. Barrett?
Hey, hi.
Hey.
Probably not his name.
Yeah, I was just wondering, you said your dad lived, your parents lived in California around the time of the Manson murders?
I did say that.
Oh, good. Do you think your dad ever had any sexual rendezvous with any of the Manson girls? And if so, which one?
I think
Patricia Krenwinkel?
He may have made out with Squeaky once, but other than that, I think that was it.
I always figured in for a Susan Atkins kind of guy, but okay.
Yeah. I think.
And hey, do you ever listen to Charles Manson's music?
It's really good.
So good.
It's really, really good, and it's weird.
It's actually pretty good.
It's not. I think it's quite good.
He collaborated with Dennis Wilson.
Yeah, he collaborated with Dennis Wilson. Yeah. I mean, Dennis Wilson. What do you think? That Dennis Wilson was just trying to get drugs from Charles Manson, and so he was letting him use his recording equipment? I don't think that was the case.
Yeah. What do you think? Terry Melcher has bad judgment?
Yeah. No, actually. Charles was quite a skilled musician. Do you have any? And
I believe.
Do we have any Charles Manson in the system?
I believe Manson or the Beach Boys may have recorded a Manson song.
At least
they did. It was called "Never Learn Not to Love" or something like that, and it was based on a song called "Cease to Exist" by Charles Manson. I shouldn't know this much, but
I like that you're look, I know a lot about Manson, but just the music.
Yeah, just the music.
Yeah.
You want to hear?
Yeah. Thank you, Barrett. Yeah, I mean he should get his credit. This is "Cease to Exist" by a new hot artist on the scene. Yeah. You think the Beatles were bummed that he was it's Helter Skelter?
I can't imagine them being happy about that. Nah. Helter Skelter was about a roller coaster. That's what Paul said.
Well, a lot of people say the race war is going to be a roller coaster. You know what I mean? So maybe
that's a good point.
Maybe that's maybe they were saying the same thing, just slightly different roads to get there.
I must have been because Helter Skelter is a pretty wild song.
It's a great song.
Yeah.
So I couldn't imagine in 1968 when you're used to the Beatles, doing what they did up to that point, and then hearing Helter Skelter, it had to be what the fuck are these guys doing?
And
didn't he do that?
Your
because,
brain is zapped. Your brain is completely
you're fried.
You have fried your brain out already.
Didn't he write that song because Roger Daltrey said
yes,
he couldn't write a hard song?
Well, because he said that The Who were one of the loudest, raunchiest bands in the world, and Paul's okay, I'm going to top that.
And I mean, that's one of my favorite Beatles songs.
Helter Skelter?
Yeah. But I've noticed he stopped playing it.
Yeah,
which he
should scream.
Yeah.
I heard Paul McCartney do Helter Skelter on the David Letterman marquee.
Oh, I remember that, yeah.
How fucking awesome is that?
That's fucking awesome. I love when Paul McCartney goes full Michael Jordan and goes, I took that personally.
Yeah.
And decides to go for it.
How about I just write this?
I feel like he did that for Helter Skelter in response to The Who, and also when he heard the Beach Boys. And he was like, you know what?
Back in the USSR?
I better show the Beach Boys what I can do.
Oh, yeah. Oh, well, of course, with Sgt. Pepper. And then
with Sgt. Pepper.
Somebody said the Beatles can do it all, but they can't do the blues. Mm-hmm. And then John wrote Your Blues. I mean, that's on the White Album, fucking incredible.
Just seeing Paul and John looking at their iPads at somebody talking shit.
I was okay.
All right.
Just two guys constantly being like, "Oh, okay."
Oh,
okay.
No, we can't.
We can't do that. Okay.
We can't. Oh, this is the box that we're in. We can't go. Oh no.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
I thought we were the two greatest songwriters ever.
Yeah. I don't know if you realize, but our style is by choice. If you want us to come into your genre and fuck you up, we could do that too. Anyone else got any questions?
They're like MGK.
I've heard that. I've heard that many times. That people say, The reason we like MGK is because he's this generation's Beatles.
Yeah, he's the Lennon McCartney of our generation.
Both tied up into one. He can do rap, emo, pop punk,
bounce around.
Yeah,
whatever you want.
He's unstoppable.
He's like Paul and John.
He's just like Paul and John. I was actually just thinking that. Perfect comparison.
Thank you.
He's like MGK. Paul's like, what the fuck did you just say?
What?
Yeah. I mean, speaking of music, it's kind of a wild story. The fiance of that band, Faster Pussycat, falling off.
Take me down.
Yeah, falling off the boat, falling off the cruise ship, and the reports are that the fiance fell. They were on like an '80s cruise, which already seems like hell.
I mean, dude, imagine the clientele.
Oh,
she passed away.
Oh, I mean, it already, like, you know, I probably would have jumped off the cruise. I mean, it seems...
People are there by choice.
It seems horrible. Like, this is an 80s... Oh, my God.
An 80s-themed Royal Caribbean cruise.
Just stuck on that boat for days. Walking by people going, you know when was the best? The 80s. 80s are the worst.
I mean, those people are, 50s pushing 60 at this point. It's like elderly.
You know what was great? Don't tell me.
Let me guess.
Was it the 80s? Yeah! How'd you know? So they're on this 80s cruise. And then, I mean, what I didn't love in the article was that they said that she fell off the boat following an argument with her fiance.
It always happens.
And if I'm the fiance, I'm like, don't put that shit in there. Because there's only one thing that anybody goes to. The minute you hear fell off the boat following an argument, there's only one thing people hear when that gets written.
Oh, yeah.
And immediately, like, you're almost done reading.
Yeah.
I don't need to look at any more facts. I don't need to...
Got it.
Yeah, okay. I think I see what's going on. And you're like, we didn't even really argue that. We were arguing about where we were going for dinner. Well, it was an argument. We're going to put it in. We're going to print it.
It is weird when people fall off of boats.
Especially cruise ships. Especially cruise ships.
Because it's like...
I mean, look, people do get drunk on cruise ships.
Of course.
Seems hard to do.
Yeah, of course. But it is weird that when you're out and you look out over, like when it's middle of the night and you're looking out and it's dark.
Yeah. It's fucked up.
If you were trying to get rid of somebody, that'd be the way to do it.
I don't think so, because the minute anybody says they fell off a cruise ship, they're like, which loved ones were they with? The minute. Anytime anyone's fallen off